Just started university, and my beautiful tutor turns out to be the mother of my child. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 551 Let Me Cook. Sunday. Lin Feng bought a new wok for Sibao. The quality is absolutely top-notch. Lin Feng asked casually, will this not crack? The clerk thought Lin Feng was an unsophisticated person and patted his chest to assure him. Don't worry, sir. If it breaks within 3 days, we will refund it and give you a set of kitchen utensils for free. In fact, she said this just to show that her products are of high quality. She has been a salesperson for so many years, and no one has ever said that there is a problem with the quality of her products. Lin Feng is very relieved. This price and this brand are no problem. In the evening, the family gathered outside the kitchen, all with expressions of watching a show. They are not nervous at all now. They just want to see if Sibao has inherited the skill of cooking in the kitchen. The ingredients are ready, the rice is steamed, and it depends on Sibao. Lin Feng held Sibao and directed him from the side. Sibao suddenly felt stressed. Don't look at me like that, I'm nervous. Yesterday, others were nervous, but today I am nervous. Feng Shui changes too fast. Sibao smiled and said, it's okay, just do your best. Sibao nodded, we just want to see if we can help. Sibao didn't say anything, but his expression of watching a show said it all. Sibao sighed and did what he had to do. With Lin Feng watching, everything was normal and nothing went wrong. Just when everyone thought that there must be something wrong with the quality of the wok, the newly bought wok cracked again. This is outrageous. Puff. Sibao couldn't help laughing. Facing Sibao's resentful eyes, Sibao quickly apologized, sorry, I can't control myself. Sibao couldn't help laughing either, and followed suit. Others also laughed one after another. Although Sibao didn't know what they were laughing at, he just laughed along. They really laughed to death. Sibao laughed. It turns out that you are really not suitable for cooking, and you may not even be suitable for entering the kitchen. Compared to Sibao's insolence, others were still very restrained. Sibao sighed and comforted himself, in this case, you take turns to cook in the future, and I won't go into the kitchen. Sibao's smile froze, and he said immediately, this is also good, our family can save several pots. Sibao was not sad at all. There are gains and losses. He doesn't have to cook in the future. So happy, isn't he? Ha ha ha. Sibao posted this on Weibo, and it almost made everyone laugh to death. Ha ha ha, this may really be because I don't have talent. I can't ask for it. In the future, when facing Sibao, you can say, although I am not good at sports, although I have never won a medal, but I can cook. The above statement is too heartbreaking and hurtful, but I like it. Now everyone knows the weakness of our Olympic champion. Cover it up, you must cover it up, don't reveal it. Too funny, Nima. I really can't hold it back. Didn't you notice that this wok costs more than 10,000? I don't understand the life of rich people. Here, Lin Feng washed the pot, and then went to the specialty store. The clerk saw him and asked with a smile, have you used the pot? Does it feel great? Do you want a set of kitchen utensils? Lin Feng said nothing, but just took out the packaging box silently. The clerk had a bad feeling in his heart. Until he saw the cracked pot, he was completely stunned. What's the matter with this? Lin Feng said, it cracked while cooking. The clerk exclaimed, how is it possible? Our quality is excellent, okay. Lin Feng said lightly, the pot is here, you see. Each pot of this brand has its own number. The clerk checked the product number and spoke for a long time. What did you cook? Lin Feng replied, just ordinary cooking, but it cracked. The clerk. After checking it again, she said, I need to find a technician to identify it before I can get back to you. It will be fine in half an hour. Lin Feng nodded. After a while, the technician came. He said that he was also confused. He looked at the fracture over and over again, and finally determined that it was not caused by human factors. Since it was not caused by human factors, it must be improper operation or quality problems. Finally, the clerk gave Lin Feng a new wok. Lin Feng nodded and thanked him. Ah, wait a minute, I said I would give you a set of tableware. For the brand, even if it is a gift, the quality will not be much different. Lin Feng waved his hand, no, we already have a lot of tableware at home, thank you. The clerk apologized. I'm really sorry. Lin Feng took the new pot home and heard her Bao calling Zhang. Grandma, your skills will be passed on to someone else. What do you mean? Grandma cooks and fries casseroles, and my brother Sebao fries woks. Zhang was stunned when she heard it. Really? Yes. Zhang was left in tears and laughter. Can feelings be inherited? This is unbelievable. In a blink of an eye, another week has passed. Another contestant has been eliminated, Sanbao. Sanbao is not cooking at all. He is basically doing research. He just wants to do something weird in it. Add some weird flavors. Last time it was purple and black, but now it's all green. Just like poison. Not to mention, this green color looks good. Emerald green. If it doesn't bubble, the sense of immersion is not that strong. Lin Feng pursed his lips. Sanbao, why is it green? Can you explain it to me? Sanbao was confused as before. I don't know either. It turned green while stewing. Everyone. This green thing is really poisonous. After eating it, everyone had diarrhea except Lin Feng. Later, the family discussed and decided not to let Sanbao cook. After all, it was uncomfortable to have diarrhea for most of the night. If it weren't for Lin Feng's medicine, who knows how long he would have diarrhea. Just when they were thinking about how to tell Sanbao tactfully, Sanbao took the initiative to suggest that she would not cook in the future, but help in the kitchen. Looking at Sanbao's guilty expression, it was really hard to say words of encouragement. Sanbao comforted her, it's good not to cook, just wait and eat ready-made food. Even so, Sanbao was still a little unhappy. Since she could remember, her brothers and sisters, including herself, and even her mother Zhang Yuxi had never been sick and had always been healthy. But this time, after eating what she cooked, except for her father, everyone had diarrhea. It was conceivable that she was really not good at cooking. In this way, only Dabao, Erbao and Sibao were left. After Zhang Yuxi became the vice principal, although she didn't have to teach, she was still busy on weekdays. In the past, she could come back for lunch at noon, but now she is so busy that she has no time to come back for lunch. After a tiring day, she came home and wanted to eat dinner made by her husband. As a result, after Zhang Yuxi endured it for a while, she really couldn't stand it. Husband, I want to eat the meal you cooked. In the middle of the night, Zhang Yuxi got up, hungry and wanted to eat. Lin Feng got up, what do you want to eat? Zhang Yuxi looked aggrieved, husband, I want to eat everything. As long as it's cooked by you, it's fine. Lin Feng felt sorry for her, I'll cook you a bowl of noodles, which is fast and convenient. Zhang Yuxi nodded, okay. 15 minutes later, a bowl of fragrant noodles came out of the oven. Zhang Yuxi ate with relish, her face full of satisfaction. Honey, this noodle smells so good. Lin Feng watched her eat, and when he looked up, he saw Sebao standing at the stairs. Zhang Yuxi turned her head with noodles in her mouth. I want to eat too. Sebao touched her stomach, I didn't eat enough tonight. Sanbao cooked a meal tonight, and the three of them reminisced at the same time. Lin Feng asked in the group, who didn't eat enough? Come down and I will cook noodles. Da. Dabao, Erbao, Sanbao, Sibao. Good guy, they are so hungry that they didn't sleep. Lin Feng sighed, cooked noodles for them, and announced in public. I will cook for everyone in the future. What he received was a cheer, and Lin Feng shook his head and laughed. Since the children are not good at cooking, forget it. Eating the meals cooked by Lin Feng again, the children and Zhang Yuxi were so greedy. Chapter 552 Money-Loving Xiaobao. In a blink of an eye. When the four children were in their second year of high school, Xiaobao was already 1 year old. On Xiaobao's birthday, the Lin family had a double celebration. Sanbao received multiple invitations from the Juilliard School of Music, hoping that Sanbao could study at their school, and the conditions were very generous. In fact, as early as when Sanbao was in the first year of junior high school, some music schools had offered olive branches to him. They were famous and powerful, but they were all rejected by Sanbao. According to his teacher, with Sanbao's talent, she should stand higher and achieve greater success. Finally, Juilliard, headed by Juilliard, was attracted to the world's top universities. The family was very entangled in these famous schools, because they were all good and they didn't know how to choose. Juilliard School is the world's top professional music school, dance school and drama school. It specializes in cultivating senior talents engaged in music performance and creation. Known as the Harvard of the music world, The acceptance rate is only 4.0%. You can't be admitted just because you have talent. Cody School of Music is also one of the most famous music schools in the world. Since its inception, the school has provided the best teaching in the fields of composition, conducting, vocal music, orchestral music, keyboard music, etc., and has therefore earned the reputation of the cradle of soloists. These two schools are the most entangled for Sanbeo. In terms of selectivity and targeting, Cody Conservatory of Music is very suitable for Sanbeo. There are many violinists, cellists, famous conductors, etc. here. Don't be entangled for now. Let's celebrate Xiaobeo's first birthday. Last time, Zhang Yuxi called Zhao Lizian to ask for the things for the 4 treasures grabbing the week. With the experience of the last time, I just need to prepare it myself this time. Lin Feng deliberately chose Saturday, and the whole family knew that Sanbeo received the admission letter from the top music school. At the same time, classmates and teachers also knew it. Classmates and teachers sent their blessings. From jealousy to envy, and finally to admiration, the 4 treasures have reached a height that they cannot match. They are destined to be extraordinary. Just when Zhang Yuxi was preparing for Xiaobeo's first birthday party, Erbeo also received a lot of invitations. For example, University of Rochester, Lomé College, University of Birmingham, University of Kansas, etc. They really don't know much about these schools, so they can only go for consultation. Erbeo was quite surprised, but after thinking about it, it seemed reasonable. In recent years, more and more people like Erbeo's design works, and many brands want to sign Erbeo. But Erbeo has a contract, so she can only decline. If she wants to sign, Raymond Lam can find the best lawyer and use the loopholes in the contract to cancel the contract. But for Erbeo, it is too difficult to complete the work every month. It's really too difficult. For a Buddhist designer like her, it's simply deadly. Perhaps because of this, Xiao's scarce design works are more popular. Then, the workload of the brand increased again, and Erbeo was even more tired. However, Erbeo, who is self-taught, feels that it is still necessary to recharge and learn more. Not long after Erbeo got the good news, Dabeo also received olive branches from various schools. Harvard, MIT and other top schools have sent invitations. All thanks, perhaps, to Dabeo's article published in the Science magazine. Moreover, according to Dabeo's current grades, he will definitely enter these institutions in the future. As the eldest of the 4 children, Dabeo is mature and stable, so he must think more. He has thought about what university to go to, but he didn't think about it carefully, and he would go to any university. As the eldest brother, he hopes to be recognized by his younger brothers and sisters through his achievements in words and deeds. When he learned that he likes science and was obsessed with it, he naturally hoped to get a better opportunity. Learning more content will make it easier to achieve better results in the future. With this idea, he already had a school candidate in mind. I thought he would work hard, but I didn't expect the other party to extend an olive branch, which made Dabeo overjoyed. Lin Feng saw Dabeo holding MIT in his hand, and he knew his choice. Dabeo, Erbeo and Sanbeo received olive branches from top universities one after another on the same day. In addition, today is Xiaobeo's first birthday party, which is really a 4-year-old celebration. As for Sabeo, he will directly join the national team after graduating from high school, and his grades are beyond doubt. The 4 babies are better than each other. Xiaobeo is still young now. When he grows up, he will definitely be an extraordinary person. On this day, Xiaobeo was dressed beautifully. The 1-year-old party was held in the 5-star hotel owned by Raymond Lam. The time was set at night, because they were afraid that some places would not be able to make it at noon. This time, Lin Ji and Wen Xiaoya flew over from Beijing. Zhao Lizian and his wife and Sanbeo's teachers also came from Shanghai, and Jiang Yanmin, Su Kiki and others also came in the afternoon. It was more lively than the Chinese New Year, and everyone came to see the little birthday boy. He is 1 year old, and he either wants his father to hold him, or his eldest brother and 4th brother take turns holding him. As long as they are free at home, Xiaobeo has hardly walked on the ground. Look, the 1-year-old fat baby Xiaobeo is lying on Sibeo's chest, giggling. Sanbeo and Erbeo are teasing her, and Shabeo is watching, while Dabeo helps to tidy up the small bumps on her head. In this family, she is more favored than Sanbeo, and she really has all the love in the world. Lin Rui came over. You're already 1 year old, Do you still want your brother to hold you? Zhang Yuxi said with a smile. I'm still a baby. My feet hurt when I walk. Lin Rui stretched out his hand. Come, let me hold you too. Zhang Yuxi hesitated for a moment and hugged Sibao. I want my fourth brother to hold you. Lin Rui asked back. Don't you want me to hold you? Zhang Yuxi rolled his eyes and said with a smile. I'm too heavy. You'll be very tired. Lin Rui smiled. I'm not tired. Come, let me hold you. Zhang Yuxi reluctantly said. Then hold me for a while, otherwise you'll be tired. It's obvious that he doesn't want to be held, but he has to say it so nicely. Lin Rui nodded. Okay. Lin Rui and Lin Jiajin wanted a daughter, so they treated Zhang Yuxi as half of their own daughter and loved her very much. Whenever they had time, they would video chat with Zhang Yuxi. So even if they didn't meet very often, Zhang Yuxi still had a good relationship with him. Holding the sweet-smelling Zhang Yuxi, Lin Rui could only sigh. Let's have a daughter in the next life. In less than 30 seconds, Zhang Yuxi was about to break free from Lin Rui's arms and ask Sibao to hug him. Okay, time's up, time's up. Lin Rui took out the red envelope he had prepared. Zhang Yuxi, this is for you, happy first birthday. The red envelope was very big, and it was very thick inside. Zhang Yuxi was very happy, and his attitude towards Lin Rui suddenly became better. Well, if you like. You can also hug me for a while. Zhang Yuxi was 1 year old, and he was still a little kid, beautiful and cute. Lin Rui couldn't help laughing. He told Lin Jiajin who had just come over about this. When Lin Jiajin heard it, Zhang Yuxi, let me hug you, and I'll give you a red envelope too. Zhang Yuxi was a money grubber, and liked money more than Erbao. When he heard that there was a red envelope, he leaned over to ask Lin Jiajin to hug him without saying a word. You must give me a red envelope. Okay, I must give it to you. In less than 30 seconds, Zhang Yuxi wanted to receive the red envelope. Lin Jiajin's red envelope was not small, and it was thick. Zhang Yuxi knew that there must be a lot of money in it, and smiled and said thank you. Liu Bo came over. Come, uncle hug you. Zhao Bao asked, do you have a red envelope? Yes, of course. Then you hug her. These three people like their daughter the most and are very kind to Zhao Bao. Zhao Bao thought that as long as she was hugged, she would get a red envelope. So, after Liu Bo hugged her and received the red envelope, she looked for the next red envelope owner. She handed all the red envelopes to Sanbao, third sister. Keep it well, thank you. Sanbao smiled. Okay, I will definitely keep it well for you. Zhao Bao directed Sibao, fourth brother, let's go. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 553 The Appearance of Youth. Sibao didn't know what Zhao Yuxi wanted to do, so he asked, Zhao Yuxi, where are we going? Zhao Yuxi looked around. Let's go. Let Grandpa hug me. Lin Dashan was surprised that Zhao Yuxi actually took the initiative to ask for a hug. Oh my little grandson, let Grandpa hug you. Do you miss Grandpa? Grandpa misses you too. Zhao Yuxi blinked his big eyes and asked, Grandpa, I want to give you a red envelope for a hug. Lin Dashan was stunned for a moment. You also need to give me a red envelope. Zhao Yuxi asked hurriedly, don't you have any? Did you prepare any? She didn't know that the red envelopes were prepared for herself. Sanbao, who was standing by, quickly explained to Lin Dashan. So that's what happened. I was wondering why you took the initiative to let me hug you. The red envelope is with your grandma, let's go ask her for it. Zhou Qilin was chatting with Zhao Lizhan, and without asking, she handed the red envelope to Zhao Yuxi. Zhao Yuxi, today is your first birthday, happy birthday. Zhao Yuxi replied sweetly, thank you grandma for the red envelope. His eyes lit up, wow, so much? This red envelope was thicker and heavier than the previous ones. Everyone couldn't help laughing when they saw how money-loving Zhao Yuxi was. Let's go, fourth brother, let's go find other people. Okay. So Zhao Yuxi began to force business, and was very happy to get the red envelopes. Zhou Qilin told Zhao Lizhan about the wedding of Lin Ji and Wen Xiaoya during the Chinese New Year this year. The wedding was decided last year, and the betrothal gifts were given, so they were waiting to get married this year. This year, the main work of Lin Dashan and his wife is to decorate the room that Lin Ji bought in high school. The decoration drawings were designed by Lin Ji and Wen Xiaoya, and they can supervise the work. Before, it was simply decorated and rented out, and the rent will be collected after the Chinese New Year. The decoration has been going on for more than half a year since March, and they will start buying home appliances next month. In order to satisfy their son and future daughter-in-law, the home appliances are all purchased from their direct stores. They deliver the goods to the door, and they are responsible for supervising the installation. It will take about 4 months for the new house to be occupied. Then we will test the formaldehyde. Here, Xiaobao finished business and lay tired in Lin Feng's arms. Dad, Xiaobao received so many red envelopes today. Sanbao on the side said with a smile, anyone who has held Xiaobao should give her a red envelope. Lin Feng raised his eyebrows, because today you are 1 year old, it is very special. Everyone came to celebrate your birthday, so they gave you birthday gifts. Xiaobao seemed to understand. Why 1 year old? Can't I have other birthdays? Will I get red envelopes when I am 2 years old? Lin Feng shook his head. Only when I am 1 year old, because after 1 year old, it means you are a little adult. Bao came over, so the little adult has to get down and walk by himself. Xiaobao pouted. No, Daddy's arms are so comfortable, and my brother and sister's arms are also comfortable. The participants arrived one after another, and the 1 year old party officially began. The theme of this time is all pink, which is really too girly. The PPT on the stage showed photos of Xiaobao from birth to 1 year old. There are photos of daily life and artistic words, all of which are happy and lovely smiles. Watching the changes of the child from birth to 1 year old, one can't help but sigh that time has quietly passed too quickly. Looking back at the time when Zhang Yuxi was pregnant with her second child, it seemed like it was yesterday. The 4 treasures seemed to be still babbling, and the old people sat together inside. Life is getting better and better, and they are getting older. The highlight of the 1 year old banquet must be the Joe grabbing ceremony. Thinking about the scene of the 4 treasures grabbing Joe and the objects for grabbing Joe, it has almost come true. It seems that this thing is still somewhat accurate. This time, everything was prepared for Xiaobao, with a variety of styles, and everyone was looking forward to what Xiaobao would grab. Lin Feng put Xiaobao down and let her choose an object she likes. Anything is fine. If the child grabs more things, then look at the one that he is most interested in and plays with for the longest time. Xiaobao walked over and looked at this and that. The audience also looked at it curiously, without making a sound. Xiaobao grabbed this, looked at it, and put it down. After grabbing that one, he looked at it and put it down, and finally chose a bank card. This black card of Lin Feng was packaged, and it looked like an inconspicuous card. Placed in a pile of dazzling things, it had no sense of existence at all. The purpose of Lin Feng putting the bank card was to try Xiaobao. See if he could find her favorite black card among so many things. Zhang Yuxi even bet with him that he would never find it. When Zhang Yuxi saw the card, she was a little surprised. But then she thought about it. Maybe the child just took a look, and then would choose something else like before. Unexpectedly, after Xiaobao took it in his hand and looked at it, he opened it. Seeing that it was a black card, he happily ran over to show it to Lin Feng. Dad, I found your card. Xiaobao likes it the most. Zhang Yuxi said softly. Xiaobao, there are other things here. Do you want to pick some more? Xiaobao said that he had no interest at all. No, Xiaobao likes this, only this. Zhao Lizian smiled with her hands covering her mouth. Xiaobao will definitely be a little money grubber in the future. Zhou Qilin nodded. You can see it now. After the Zhou's Hua ceremony, Xiaobao, who was tired for a long time, fell asleep in Lin Feng's arms. The hotel has guest rooms. Sanbao doesn't like crowds, so he took Xiaobao upstairs to sleep for a while. In the evening, the 1 year old banquet didn't end until after 9 o'clock. Lin Feng had arranged the rooms for them. After they checked in one by one, Lin Feng took Zhang Yuxi and others home. After Xiaobao woke up from a nap, he was in good spirits and was still singing. After tossing and turning until the evening, he fell asleep on Lin Feng's body. The second year high school course. The 4 treasures have already previewed half of the summer vacation. With excellent grades, they were named school beauties and school hunks in school. Bao and Sanbao each have their own merits. Sanbao's beauty is really very delicate, It is hard to imagine that a girl can be so beautiful. Erbao's beauty is the type that you will find beautiful. The more you look at her, the more beautiful she becomes. Finally, on the school forum, Sanbao beat Erbao by 1/3 of the votes and was elected the school belle of Yangcheng No. 5 Middle School. As a school belle, Sanbao doesn't care about these false names, but adds a lot of troubles to her. For example, many men are born to confess to her. They secretly send her flowers, gifts, and ask for her contact information. They even buy Erbao's designs just to get Sanbao's contact information, etc. Erbao and Sanbao are in the same class, but the treatment is too different. It's not that Erbao is not good looking, but she is slightly inferior to Sanbao. But she still receives a lot of flowers, chocolates and small gifts every day. She will put her and Sanbao's flowers in a vase and send them to the office. Or put them on the podium to add a touch of beautiful green to the classroom. What chocolates? Erbao and Sanbao received enough for all the girls in the class. It is said that if a girl in the dormitory falls in love, she can support the other girls. She can support the whole class. Those single teachers are really jealous. The kids nowadays are really good, they are really good. If they had these skills, they would not be single now. While they are envious, they also think that youth should be like this. Whose youth is not like this? Chapter 554 Xiaobao's early education class. The 4 babies were in class. Zhang Yuxi was busy at school. Lin Feng contacted the early childhood education class that the 4 babies had attended before. Teacher Wang, who was in charge at the time, has now become the store manager of the Yangcheng branch. She was really impressed by Lin Feng as a parent, and it was hard for her to forget him. Wow, this is the second child, so happy. Teacher Wang is now a mother, and her children are all in elementary school. She squatted in front of Xiaobao. Little friend, what's your name? Xiaobao smiled and said, my name is Lin Xiaobai. There was really no consideration in choosing this name, so I thought of calling the nickname Xiaobao and the full name Xiaobai. Together, it's called Baby. Teacher Wang nodded. What a cute name. Hello, I'm Teacher Wang. Your brothers and sisters used to take classes here. Xiaobao's eyes lit up. Really? Of course it's true. We still have photos here. After that, Teacher Wang flipped out the photo album, found the album from that year, and looked for it. Found it. Look, this is your brother and sister. Lin Feng walked over and took a look, and the memories of the past suddenly flooded into his mind. Xiaobao exclaimed, really? This is the eldest brother, and this is the 4th brother. From the family album, Xiaobao quickly and accurately recognized their identities. Xiaobao was very curious and had a good impression of this school. Lin Feng signed up for Xiaobao's class, and there happened to be one this afternoon. In the classroom, Xiaobao sat in her seat and mingled with other children one after another. Parents would also take the initiative to come over and greet Lin Feng. Is this your daughter? How old is she? 1 year old. 1 year old? So tall. She has a good physique and grows fast. Xiaobao is not only tall but also chubby, and she looks likable. The children here are all around 1 year old, and the oldest is only 1.5 years old. Xiaobao is as tall as the 1.5 year olds. Xiaobao grows faster than the 4 treasures. For this reason, Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi specially checked Xiaobao, and the results showed that everything was normal. If you tell others, no one will believe that Xiaobao is only 1 year old. Here, Xiaobao can easily become the center of attention, which is different from the 4 treasures who can get along well with others. Xiaobao doesn't have to do anything, and people will come to play with her. I don't know if it's because Xiaobao is fat and tall, so other children think she is the king? Otherwise, look, a little girl took the initiative to give her toy to Xiaobao. This little rabbit is fun, you play with it. Xiaobao took it, smiled, and said politely, thank you. Another little boy took out his Ultraman. This is Tiga, do you want to play? Xiaobao shook his head, I'm not interested, I don't want to play. Everyone gathered around Xiaobao and shared their things with Xiaobao like offering treasures. Lin Feng silently watched her every move. His daughter is definitely, 100% a drama queen. For example, now, she doesn't like the other person's toy, but she still pretends to like it very much. It's really hard to imagine that a 1-year-old child knows some social etiquette. As long as Xiaobao is not provoked, she is still easy to talk to. If she is provoked, her temper will be. After a while, A female teacher came. Her surname is Zhang. Because she has the same last name as Zhang Yuxi, Zhang Yuxi likes her a little more. Teacher Zhang said with a smile, "Now let this new kid in our family introduce himself, okay? Some kids are timid, some are confident and not afraid of strangers, and some can't pronounce words clearly." Zhang Yuxi stood up with a smile on his face. "My name is Lin Yuxi, my nickname is Zhang Yuxi, and I'm 1 year old this year." Teacher Zhang asked with a smile, "So what do you like to do? What toys do you like?" "I like to play, and I like money." Teacher Zhang asked with interest, "Like money? Why do you like money?" A 1-year-old child has no concept of money. She has taught so many children, and Zhang Yuxi is the first one to say that he likes money. Zhang Yuxi looked at Teacher Zhang in surprise, because money can buy what we want. If we don't have money, we can't buy anything, and we will starve to death. Teacher Zhang nodded in agreement. "That's right. Then who told you all this?" "I thought of it myself." "Wow, what else did you think of?" Zhang Yuxi thought about it a lot. "I can't finish talking about it." Teacher Zhang looked at Lin Feng. "Then can you tell me who he is?" Zhang Yuxi looked confused. "He is Zhang Yuxi's father. Don't you know that, teacher?" With this tone, Teacher Zhang felt that he was despised. Teacher Zhang smiled and said, "Yes, but we don't know Zhang Yuxi's father, so can you introduce your father to us?" Zhang Yuxi was a little puzzled, and seemed to wonder why Lin Feng couldn't introduce himself. She said, "He is my father, Lin Feng. Dad is super good at cooking. No more. Dad is very rich. Zhang Yuxi can buy anything he wants." "Anything else?" Zhang Yuxi tilted his head and thought about it, and finally shook his head. Lin Feng was a little amused. It seems that in Zhang Yuxi's eyes, besides being able to cook, the only thing left is that he is rich. He actually has many advantages, such as being handsome, gentle. For a 1-year-old child, it is already very good for Zhang Yuxi to have such an answer. Teacher Zhang asked Zhang Yuxi to go down and talked about the content of today's class, object recognition. In fact, it is the classification of building blocks, classified according to different shapes. Teacher Zhang is talking about the shapes of objects. After the class, let the children in the class sort out the scattered building blocks. Zhang Yuxi didn't need Lin Feng's help at all, and even pushed his hand away. "Zhang Yuxi, do it yourself." Lin Feng had no objection. "Okay, do it yourself. I will sort it for you in a minute," and other children are still halfway through. In the middle, Lin Feng received a call. "Zhang Yuxi, Daddy has to go out to answer a phone call. Can you do it by yourself?" Zhang Yuxi was sorting out the knotted rope. I don't know if he was annoyed, so he waved to Lin Feng to leave. Lin Feng was still worried. "Zhang Yuxi, if you want to go to the toilet, just tell the teacher, Daddy is outside." Zhang Yuxi nodded perfunctorily. After Lin Feng finished answering the phone, he looked through the window of the classroom door and saw that Zhang Yuxi was throwing a tantrum. Teacher Zhang was squatting beside her and saying something, but Zhang Yuxi pursed her lips and said nothing. Lin Feng went in. "What's wrong?" Teacher Zhang smiled. Zhang Yuxi said her hands hurt. With the help of their parents, the other children untied the ropes one after another. He squatted down. "My hands hurt, let Daddy take a look." Zhang Yuxi pouted and said coquettishly, "Dad, can you blow on them?" "Blow on them and Zhang Yuxi won't feel any pain." Lin Feng saw that the chubby little hands were indeed much redder, so he quickly took them over and blew on them. "Does it still hurt?" Lin Feng asked. Zhang Yuxi shook her head. "It doesn't hurt anymore." She hugged Lin Feng. "Dad, this is so boring. I want to play with robots, swing, and drive a car." Lin Feng was a little puzzled. "Why do you feel bored? The 4 treasures hide so much fun playing at the beginning." Zhang Yuxi muttered, "I just feel bored." Lin Feng, "Then can Daddy accompany you? And isn't it boring to play with so many kids?" Zhang Yuxi nodded. "Dad, shall we go home?" Lin Feng. Zhang Yuxi squinted his eyes. Zhang Yuxi wants to sleep. Lin Feng. Zhang Yuxi came to play after taking a nap. It would be strange if he still wanted to sleep. She is usually very energetic in the afternoon. She must be pretending this time. This little girl has great acting skills. Teacher Zhang asked Lin Feng in a low voice, "Didn't Zhang Yuxi take a nap?" Lin Feng shook his head and coaxed Zhang Yuxi. "Zhang Yuxi, Dad wants to play games with you. Let's play games first, okay?" Teacher Zhang also said, "Yes, it's so fun to play games with Dad." We will have a lot of interesting and fun games later. Do you want to join with Dad? Lin Feng nodded. I want to play. Zhang Yuxi looked at Lin Feng and sighed. Okay, then, I'll play with you. Then, he said like an adult, you're really like a child. You still like to play games. Lin Feng. He deeply felt that no matter whether it was an adult or a child, a woman's mind was really hard to guess. I thought I had some experience in taking care of 4 children. But facing Zhang Yuxi, in addition to food and clothing, those experiences in dealing with children. That's it? That's it? Chapter 555, Liu Bo cheated? Next. It was a large-scale really delicious scene. Zhang Yuxi had so much fun. After the course was over, she was still not satisfied, and her little face was flushed as she giggled in Lin Feng's arms. Is it fun? Lin Feng washed Zhang Yuxi's face and hands with hot water in front of the sink, making her hands clean. Zhang Yuxi grinned. It's fun. Then let's play again tomorrow, okay? Zhang Yuxi nodded happily. No matter what kind of spoiled temper they have, children are children after all, and they like to play. After returning home, Zhang Yuxi drove in the yard while Lin Feng cooked in the house. There was a wireless intercom in the car, and Lin Feng cooked while listening to the sound of the car and Zhang Yuxi's laughter. From time to time, the father and daughter would communicate. Zhang Yuxi, can you drive the car to the kitchen? Let Daddy see you. Zhang Yuxi replied softly, okay. After a while, the sound of a car driving over was heard, and Zhang Yuxi greeted from the car. There was a floor-to-ceiling window in the kitchen, facing the yard outside. Lin Feng looked at Zhang Yuxi, who was slicing carrots in his hand. Wow, the little angel is here. Go to the door to see if the brothers and sisters are back. Daddy has to make dinner. Zhang Yuxi said with great momentum, okay. In less than 5 minutes, Zhang Yuxi drove over. Brother and sister are not back. Dad knows. 5 minutes later, Zhang Yuxi drove over to report. This time, Zhang Yuxi said to the intercom, Dad, I saw the brothers and sisters, they are back. The voices of 5 children came from the intercom. Lin Feng's heart softened. Now, waiting for the children and Zhang Yuxi to come home has become his most anticipated thing of the day. Thinking that the children will go to college as soon as their senior year of high school is over, his heart is heavy. The children entered the house, and Lin Feng asked them to call Zhang Yuxi and ask when she will be back. Zhang Yuxi pulled them and chattered about the games they played today. After all, he was only 1 year old, and he said a lot of things, and the 4 treasures could only guess. When Zhang Yuxi came home, the family had dinner. After dinner, whoever's turn it is to wash the dishes rolls up his sleeves and washes the dishes himself. The second year of high school has a heavy curriculum, and the children go back to their rooms to do their homework after finishing their housework. Except for Bao who has to take the college entrance examination, the other 3 don't need it at all, and many well-known universities are vying for them. Even so, they have never slacked off in their studies. It used to take an hour and a half to finish the homework, but now it takes 2 hours to finish it. In the remaining time, Dabao continues to do his own experiments. Sanbao practices piano, Sibao goes swimming, and Bao temporarily puts down design and goes to study. She hasn't released new works for several months, and her fans are as impatient as the hungry children waiting to be fed. The brand has called several times to urge her. But during this time, she wants to focus on studying and get a good grade. Everyone sees Bao's efforts and silently cheers for her. That night, Anlan suddenly came to the door and claimed that she wanted to stay for a while. There was no child, only her. At that time, the children were all asleep. Lin Feng went to clean up the guest room. He didn't ask anything and asked Zhang Yuxi to find out. He called Liu Bo to ask what was going on. Liu Bo sighed on the other end of the phone. A couple quarreled. I know it's a couple quarrel, why? A female employee of mine gave me a bottle of men's perfume. I thought it smelled good, so I accepted it. That's it. Well, after I accepted the perfume, the girl started sending me messages, such as good morning, good night, and told me about work. Lin Feng listened quietly. The general meaning is that there is a girl who is interested in Liu Bo. Knowing that he is a married man, she still shows her courtesy. The purpose is self-evident. Liu Bo didn't have any thoughts at first. He was an honest person. But the girl is amazing. She sends messages every day and is quite proactive and good at flirting. I admit that I did have some thoughts at the time, but when I thought about Anlan's character, I didn't dare to do it. So I blocked the girl and didn't contact her. And Lan was not stupid. She was a hot-tempered person. Liu Bo, who couldn't hide things, soon let her find out the clues. When she learned that the perfume was given by someone else, she let Liu Bo keep it generously. While secretly paying attention to Liu Bo's changes, she found that her husband was nothing special as usual, and she was relieved. At least Liu Bo's defense line was held. But tonight, Liu Bo's parents came over, thinking about their son's hard work over time, and made delicious food for Lan to bring over. When she opened the door, she saw a very beautiful and young girl hugging Liu Bo. As for what Liu Bo looked like or what he did, she didn't even see it. "Brother, I really didn't do anything at that time." The woman suddenly ran over, and then Lan rushed in. "She just punched and kicked the two of us, and then left in a hurry." Lin Feng held his forehead, since it's a misunderstanding, then explained it to Lan and calmed down. Liu Bo nodded, "I'm on the way here, and I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Okay, I'll wait for you." On the other side, Zhang Yuxi heard almost the same thing. And Lan cried and accused Liu Bo of being a bastard. He doesn't even use shower gel, but he still wears perfume. I immediately felt something was wrong. I checked online, and found that men's perfume is not cheap. And they are all given to boyfriends and husbands. I was generous and let him continue to use it. At this point, Lan became emotional. "I didn't expect this bastard to actually stay," and said that I asked him to stay. "Is he stupid? Can't you hear my sarcasm?" Zhang Yuxi advised her bestie, "Don't cry, maybe Liu Bo really thought the perfume smelled good and stayed." And Lan gritted her teeth, "Bullshit, what does it mean for a woman to give a man perfume? If he really thinks it smells good, let me buy it for him. Our family doesn't lack those hundreds of dollars." Zhang Yuxi thought for a while, "Then what?" And Lan snorted coldly, "They have done a good job of keeping it secret. I have been observing and have not caught any handle. Until tonight, I went to the company without calling him, and then I saw the two of them hugging each other." At this point, Lan cried so hard that I didn't know how sad she was. Zhang Yuxi was shocked. "No way, Liu Bo is not that kind of person." And Lan cried so hard, cursing and crying at the same time. "Haven't you heard that men become bad when they have money, and women become bad when they don't have money? Liu Bo is no longer the same as before. He is now a rich man, and he looks decent. There are many girls who like him outside. You said that I was the one who saw this. I don't know how many other things are going on behind my back that I don't know." Zhang Yuxi didn't know what to say. "Maybe what you saw may not be true." And Lan was angry. "I saw it with my own eyes, and you didn't believe me. Besides, we are best friends, and you are biased towards Liu Bo." Chapter 556 I have evidence. Zhang Yuxi knew that Lan was angry, and quickly comforted her. No, you are my best friend, I believe you." And Lan wiped her tears, her expression sad. "After I gave birth to my two children, I aged too fast. Sometimes I couldn't believe it when I looked in the mirror. You know I gave birth naturally, and after the children passed, my body became worse and worse." And Lan talked about many changes in women after giving birth. The face is gone, the figure is out of shape, the temper becomes worse. But when a man reaches his 30s, it is the time when he is charming, mature, steady, gentle and considerate. If he is good-looking and has money to bless him, I don't know how many girls will come around. What they talk about may not be marriage or love, but just a freshness. And Lan envied Zhang Yuxi's unchanged face. As for her own troubles, she really wanted to know if Zhang Yuxi had them. After all, whether it is money or appearance, Lin Feng is several planets ahead of Liu Bo. "Yuxi, aren't you worried that someone will show courtesy to President Lin?" Zhang Yuxi thought for a while, "And I was worried before, but not anymore." "Why?" "He doesn't have time. He has to take care of the family and the children all day long. His schedule is fully scheduled and he doesn't have time." "That's not certain. As long as a man is willing, time is not a problem. I've thought about this problem before, but he has no time and the children are holding him back. If something really happens, I can also get some clues from the children." And Lan could only sigh at Zhang Yuxi's confidence. "If one day you find out that Mr. Lin has betrayed you, what will you do?" "I haven't thought about this for many years. He won't betray me. He loves this family, the children and me. He can feel it." And Lan pouted, "Not necessarily." Zhang Yuxi adjusted her sitting position and said, "You see, Lin Feng is rich, right? He is handsome and has time. If he really wants to do something to let me down, there is no need for him to continue to be a nanny and hang around the stove. When men love you, they are willing to do everything for you. If they don't love you, if they are sincere, they will show their true colors one day. I'm not stupid. I've been married to Lin Feng for almost 20 years. I haven't noticed any changes in him in all these years. Either I'm too stupid, or he's too cunning. But I'm not stupid. And Lam felt even worse. She cried wildly and cursed herself, adding a word of a dog man. Lin Feng sent a message to Zhang Yuxi. Liu Bo came and was in the living room. Zhang Yuxi told Lan the news. And Lan was furious. Tell him to get out of here, I don't want to see this bastard. Zhang Yuxi persuaded her to calm down. Since everyone is here, let's solve this matter. If this is Liu Bo's fault, I will never let him go. If Lin Feng protects him, I will not forgive Lin Feng either. And Lam felt a little sorry when she heard Zhang Yuxi say this. No, this is a matter between us, don't get involved. The couple has a good relationship and has never had a quarrel for so many years. If it is because of my own affairs that the couple is not harmonious, then it is my fault. Zhang Yuxi patted her. You and Liu Bo have been married for many years, and your children are so big. No matter what you saw tonight, just treat it as giving Liu Bo a chance. See what he says, and then we will decide. Finally, under Zhang Yuxi's persuasion, Lan was willing to meet Liu Bo. Liu Bo was sitting in the living room with Lin Feng at this time, looking anxious. There were still a few cuts on his face, which should be scratches. Seeing Lan coming out with a dark face, looking like she was going to eat someone, he quickly expressed his position and explained. Wife, you have to believe me, nothing happened between us. And Lan interrupted him, why did you come now? Zhang Yuxi. Lin Feng. Women's logic is really hard to understand. Liu Bo's face was full of question marks. I was sending someone to the hospital, and you broke one of her ribs. And Lan snorted coldly, you care about her a lot. Liu Bo continued to explain, no, she was lying down and couldn't get up. And Lan snorted again, okay, go ahead and make up a story for me, I'll see what story your walnut-sized brain can make up. Liu Bo said seriously, in fact, at that time, she suddenly came over and hugged me. Then, you suddenly came in as if you had calculated it. And Lan couldn't help but sneer after hearing this, haha, it was really sudden. Did I disturb you? Liu Bo scratched his ears and cheeks in anger, wife, I know you don't believe me, I have evidence. And Lan crossed his arms and asked with a look of anticipation, what evidence? Liu Bo took out his mobile phone, this is the surveillance I installed in the office. There is a record here, you can replay it and watch it. And Lan came over immediately, is it true? Let me see. Chapter 557 A person of integrity is not afraid of his own shadow. Liu Bo handed her the phone. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi also came over. The surveillance footage showed that it was indeed as Liu Bo said. After the other party intentionally did not respond several times, he finally took the initiative to hug Liu Bo. Then, Lan came in. Next, Lan was seen greeting the two with a lunchbox while punching and kicking them. Like crazy. Lan quickly turned off the video and smiled awkwardly, don't watch this part. After Liu Bo proved his innocence, he was no longer in vain. Now it can be proved that what I said is true. Lan was unhappy, then why did you tell me? Liu Bo said with a big hand, I wanted to, but you didn't give me the chance. After I sent the person to the hospital, I called you and your phone was turned off. I sent you a message but you didn't reply. Lan pursed her lips and asked with her neck stiff, is it my fault? Which wife who witnessed this scene can remain calm? Liu Bo hurriedly said, yes, it would be the same if I were in your place. Wife, now that I have been proven innocent, you are not angry anymore, right? Lan laughed, this matter is in the past. There are some things we need to talk about. Liu Bo felt something was wrong, what is it? She gave you perfume and you accepted it? Why? Don't tell me you don't know her intentions. Wife, I didn't think much about the perfume she gave me. I only found out that she was interested in me when I came back. I threw away the perfume as soon as I got back, and I will only use the things you bought for me in the future. Haha, you are quite good at talking. Then when you knew that she was interested in you when you came back, why didn't you fire her? I also thought about firing her, but she has a project on hand, and I want to let her get paid and leave after she finishes the work. Haha, men's mouths are deceiving, who knows whether what you said is true or not. Liu Bo wanted to swear, I really have such an idea. I definitely didn't lie to you. Seeing that it was almost done, Zhang Yuxi stepped in to mediate. Liu Bo, everyone here knows what kind of person Lan was before. Since she married you, she has been thrifty for this family, taking care of the children and you, and being filial to her parents-in-law. Although she is not perfect, she has tried very hard. Even I didn't expect that she would do this for you. You know, she didn't get married before, and she compromised because she met you. And Lan's eyes were red. She was also a spoiled daughter, with no worries about food and clothing. For the sake of her family and children, she did not hire a servant and did everything by herself. You know, those who pursued her before were all young talents, and they obeyed her in everything. Liu Bo couldn't stop nodding. Sister-in-law is right. And Lan has given too much to this family. I know this in my heart and I am very grateful to her. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be who I am today. I love her. After so many years, I still love her. Zhang Yuxi said to Lan again. You should know better what kind of person Liu Bo is as his wife. He has also given a lot to this family over the years. We all see this. He is not only responsible for you and the children, but also responsible. Just take a step back and don't bother with Liu Bo. If he really does something to let you down, Lin Feng and I will never forgive him. Lin Feng stood up, yes, giving her a way out, and Lan also took advantage of the situation. In the future, you can only use the things I buy. If you dare to use those cunning women outside, don't blame me for turning against you. Liu Bo hurriedly said, there will never be a next time. Wait until that woman gets better and fire her immediately. There will never be a next time. After Lan heard Liu Bo's assurance, the look on her face was a little better. Seeing that the two were reconciled, Zhang Yuxi urged them. Don't stand there, go back quickly. It's the middle of the night, my uncle and aunt must be very worried. Liu Bo asked, my mom and the others are here. And Lan rolled her eyes, what else do you think? The two talked while picking up their coats. Liu Bo helped Lan put on her clothes and carried her bag himself. With an apologetic look on his face, brother, sister-in-law, I'm sorry to disturb you in the middle of the night. And Lan didn't say anything, her face was very embarrassed. She didn't think about anything at the time and just came here. It's embarrassing to disturb people in the middle of the night, even if they are best friends. Zhang Yuxi didn't care, it's too polite to say these things, let's go, drive slowly. Lin Feng also said, don't bring up the past on the way, just let it go. In the car. And Lan groaned, how is that woman? A rib was broken. She asked for it. Wife, you hit people too hard. This is the first time I know this after all these years of marriage. I won't dare to mess with you anymore. If you do it again, I'll break your legs. I promise there won't be a next time. And Lan thought of something, why did you suddenly install surveillance cameras in the office? Or is this all a play you put on for me? Liu Bo couldn't help but admire her, wife, you have a great imagination. Something went missing from my office, so I installed surveillance cameras. And Lan asked quickly, what? Liu Bo said, my mother brought a relative to see me last month, and there was a 15-year-old child with her. And Lan remembered, then what? The relative usually had a close relationship with Liu Bo, and came to Liu Bo to solve the problem of the child's schooling. And Lan usually didn't ask about the affairs of Liu Bo's relatives. She turned a blind eye to taking money or doing things. Liu Bo never asked about her own family, and the couple still had a tacit understanding. After sending them away, I found that a gold zodiac pendant on my desk was missing. It was there before. And Lan frowned, is that so? No wonder Liu Bo's attitude towards the child has changed. I simply installed a surveillance camera, so that I can feel more at ease. And Lan rolled her eyes, how about letting me connect the surveillance camera? Liu Bo said frankly, no problem. Everything is fine. And Lan asked with a smile, will this not be too bad? If you are absent from work in the future, I will find out, right? Forget it, I won't disturb you at work. Liu Bo knew that Lan was joking, it's okay, a man of integrity is not afraid of his own shadow. And Lan did not continue the topic. Sometimes, the conditions proposed by women are not really what they want. In fact, to put it bluntly, they just want to see if you have this attitude. She knows Liu Bo, and he may have some ideas this time. It's just that he didn't put them into action. That hurdle was not overcome. She looked at Liu Bo, does the wound on your face still hurt? Liu Bo shook his head, no, not at all. What will you say if my parents and outsiders see it? Just say it was scratched by a cat. Will they believe it? Who cares? It's inevitable that couples will quarrel. Besides, it's our business, let others think whatever they want, we just live our own lives. Seeing Liu Bo say this, Anlan smiled. Chapter 558 Xiaobao's works. Since Xiaobao started attending the early childhood education class, he has become more lively and cheerful than before. Lin Feng took Xiaobao to play games, sing, dance, and do handicrafts. He went through the Four Treasures previous courses almost all over again. In addition to playing, Xiaobao also likes the handicrafts and painting homework assigned by the teacher. In short, Xiaobao doesn't like anything that requires the use of pens. Today's homework is to draw on paper cups. Lin Feng prepared everything and called Xiaobao several times before he came over reluctantly. Dad, Xiaobao is tired and wants to sleep. Okay. No, we can't sleep until we're done. And now is not the time to sleep. Mom, brother and sister will be back for dinner soon. Then can I take a break? Xiaobao is a little tired. You've been resting for a long time. Come on, draw whatever you want. Why don't we wait for Mom and them to come back, and then we can draw after dinner, okay? No. It will be very late by then, and we have to take pictures to send to the teacher after we finish. Dad, I miss Mom and brother and sister. Listen, they seem to be back, I'll go check it out. They're not back, draw quickly. How does Dad know? Can you hear it? Dad is awesome, of course he can hear it. So, draw quickly. After this tossing, Xiaobao finally began to write reluctantly. She turned her head and asked, Dad, can you help Xiaobao? Lin Feng shook his head. No, you have to do it yourself. Xiaobao. From his expression, Xiaobao was very reluctant and scribbled on the paper cup. Lin Feng reminded her, Xiaobao, be serious. Xiaobao looked serious, and the drawing was messy. Xiaobao is serious. Lin Feng. After scribbling casually, Xiaobao smiled with satisfaction at his work. Okay. What is this? These are all lines. Xiaobao explained to Lin Feng seriously, they are all messy, so it's like this. Well, Lin Feng was convinced by this explanation. Seeing that Lin Feng didn't say anything, Xiaobao went out happily. I heard the voices of my brothers and sisters. After the Four Treasures came back, Xiaobao showed the paper cup to his brothers and sisters like a treasure. It was well received, and they were all flattering. Xiaobao praised it in a serious manner. The painting is good, Xiaobao doesn't need to tell me, it looks like it at first glance. Bao exaggerated, wow, Xiaobao is amazing, abstract art. He has artistic talent, and he will definitely become a designer like his sister in the future. Xiaobao echoed, Xiaobao is very good, the painting is great. Bao was even more exaggerated, oh my god, our Xiaobao will definitely be a little painter in the future, he draws so well. Look at these clear lines, the painting is so realistic. Bao was more reserved, the painting is good, Xiaobao is amazing. Lin Feng on the side couldn't stand it anymore. Is it okay to compliment like this? Look at how Xiaobao is getting carried away. He said why Xiaobao has a mysterious self-confidence, isn't it because they flatter him every day? Lin Feng said that he was tired and didn't bother to care, so he went to the kitchen to get busy. 5 minutes later, Zhang Yuxi came over with Xiaobao's work and asked, Honey, what is this? Guess. How can I guess that? This is Xiaobao's homework. The teacher asked them to draw on paper cups. Anything is allowed. Your daughter drew scrambled lines. Really? That's a good idea. Lin Feng was speechless. You only saw the result, not the process. Xiaobao is obviously scribbling. Zhang Yuxi thought it was pretty good, it looks okay to me. Lin Feng sighed, do you remember the mountain you drew last time? Zhang Yuxi nodded, I remember. That was actually Daddy. Well, she told me afterwards that it was Daddy. Zhang Yuxi felt that Xiaobao was only 1 year old. It was normal for a 1-year-old to have his own ideas and try everything. She comforted Lin Feng. Husband, didn't we agree? No matter what the children do, we will support them. We don't expect them to achieve much, but being safe and healthy is a blessing, right? Xiaobao is still young, and different from the Four Treasures. She has a more lively and naughty personality. I think that's good. They are all our babies. Lin Feng nodded, if nothing else, It's mainly because the four treasures spoils Xiaobao too much and make her lawless. Zhang Yuxi expressed her understanding. Brothers and sisters love their younger sisters more. It's normal, husband. People, some things don't happen to themselves, but they talk about them in a set way. That night, Lin Feng went to the study to do something, and Xiaobao didn't eat much dinner, so Zhang Yuxi planned to feed Xiaobao some more. Otherwise, Xiaobao would say she was hungry again in the middle of the night. Sibao volunteered to take over the task of feeding, and Zhang Yuxi didn't think about anything else. As a result, when she went over halfway, she saw it. The brother and sister were eating snacks. Seeing Zhang Yuxi, the two wanted to hide. Don't hide, I saw it all. Sibao likes to buy snacks online, all of which are big brands with brand guarantees. After buying them, we divided some among ourselves. Each person didn't get much. We ate them for fun and as snacks when we had nothing to do. Zhang Yuxi and Lin Feng emphasized that Xiaobao should not see these things, so as to avoid him snatching them. As a result, one day, Xiaobao found snacks under Sibao's pillow. Sibao's room was messy and smelled of sweat. Xiaobao usually didn't go there. Since he found the snacks, he liked to go to Sibao's room to hunt for treasures and search through boxes and cabinets for food. A 1-year-old child has no self-control. He eats whatever he catches. If you don't give him food, Xiaobao will make a fuss and won't listen to anything. Anyway, he only wants to eat snacks. Zhang Yuxi and Lin Feng ordered that if you want to eat snacks, you must hide them and put away the garbage bag so that Xiaobao can't see them. Except for Sibao, everyone else did a good job. Zhang Yuxi looked at the packaging. Wow, he ate a lot. Then he looked at the supplementary food on the bowl. It didn't move. Zhang Yuxi was so angry. Who told you to give Xiaobao snacks? Zhang Yuxi asked angrily. Sibao looked innocent. Xiaobao wants to eat. Oh, if she wants to eat, just give her food. She can do whatever she wants. Mom, these snacks are just some cookies, it's okay. What do you mean it's okay? Xiaobao doesn't like to eat regular meals now, it's because she eats too many snacks. Moreover, Sibao is the first to eat snacks. It is visible to the naked eye that children gain weight or lose weight. Xiaobao has grown a lot when she was 1 year old. Although she looks chubby, she is thinner than before. Lin Feng feeds Xiaobao in various ways and tries to let her eat by herself. As a result, whenever Xiaobao eats slowly, doesn't want to eat, or uses her skills. My goodness, the four treasures coax and feed her, and circle around her. She is 1 year old, but she doesn't eat well, and is eagerly waiting for snacks. Thinking of this, Zhang Yuxi gets angry. Chapter 559, You Can Only Take a Look. At this moment, she finally understood what Lin Feng said. With 4 brothers and sisters who dote on Xiaobao, he can't take care of the child. Xiaobao is loyal and takes the initiative to stand up. Mom, I want to eat it, it has nothing to do with my 4th brother. Sibao looked at Xiaobao with a touched face. It's not in vain. Xiaobao is a master of keeping things in balance at home, and treats the 4 treasures equally. There are not many people who can get Xiaobao's favor. Sibao quickly picked up Xiaobao and smiled. Mom, don't be angry, it's my fault. I shouldn't give Xiaobao snacks, I promise this is the last time. Xiaobao turned his head and looked at Sibao, with a shocked face. As if saying, 4th brother, how can you treat me like this? Am I not your little cutie? Sibao secretly winked at Xiaobao, and Xiaobao understood. The brother and sister exchanged glances, treating her mother as heir. Can't see it, right? Zhang Yuxi snorted, hand over all the snacks to me. Sibao and Xiaobao looked at each other and handed over the snacks honestly. Zhang Yuxi usually doesn't get angry easily at home. After all, the 4 treasures are in their 2nd year of high school, and they are sensible and don't need her to worry about them. Xiaobao is only 1 year old, still young, and there is no need to be angry with the child. Thinking of this, she hasn't lost her temper for many years. Zhang Yuxi took the toys and Xiaobao and left the 4 treasures room. Go to bed. Xiaobao sat down and ate obediently. Zhang Yuxi fed him and asked, do you have to make mom angry before you eat obediently? Xiaobao shook his head and tears fell. Zhang Yuxi. Xiaobao choked. Mom, don't be angry, okay? Xiaobao is scared. Zhang Yuxi sighed. Her tone was light. You did something wrong and you don't want people to be angry. Zaya Abeo didn't say a word. Zhang Yuxi softened her tone. Mom and Dad have told you so many times that children can't eat snacks, or their teeth will be damaged. Zaya Abeo continued to eat, dejected. Because of the snacks, he was full after a few bites of the meal. Zhang Yuxi cleaned up, washed Zaya Abeo's face and feet, and put him on the bed to play. Where's Dad? Dad is working, Mom is with you. Can I see Daddy? Go ahead, Daddy is in the study. Zaya Abeo, wearing cute bear pajamas, went to find Lin Feng. The door was locked, so Zaya Abeo knocked on it. Dad, open the door, Zaya Abeo is here. Lin Feng stood up, and when he looked down, he saw the cute little bear hugging his legs. Daddy, hug me. Lin Feng picked her up and kissed her little face. He could smell the sweet smell and knew that the little one had washed up. Did you eat well? Zaya Abeo nodded, then shook her head. Tears fell down, and she felt very aggrieved. Zaya Abeo has a lot of tears, and they come as soon as they say. Lin Feng felt it was a pity if she didn't become an actor when she grew up. Lin Feng wiped her tears and coaxed her, asking, why are you crying? Zaya Abeo pouted, Mom was angry today. Lin Feng said, why? Zaya Abeo said sullenly, because Mom found out when I was eating snacks. Eating snacks? Zaya Abeo didn't have any snacks, so one of the 4 treasures must have given them to him. After eliminating them one by one, Lin Feng locked his target on the 4 treasures. Lin Feng sighed and coaxed Zaya Abeo, have you said sorry to Mommy? Zaya Abeo looked up, no. Then when you see Mommy, you must say sorry to Mommy, okay? Zaya Abeo said, hugging Lin Feng tightly. Lin Feng carried Zaya Abeo to the bedroom, where Zhang Yuxi was doing skincare. Mom, I'm sorry. Zhang Yuxi's heart softened. Zaya Abeo, you are still too young. You may not understand what Mom and Dad said. You will know it in the future. After today, you can't eat snacks. Can Daddy prepare whatever you want to eat? Daddy can do everything. Zaya Abeo nodded, is Mommy still angry? Zhang Yuxi shook her head, not angry anymore. Great. After Zaya Abeo fell asleep, Zhang Yuxi and Lin Feng discussed countermeasures. It is not a good idea for Zaya Abeo to continue eating snacks. Moreover, if he eats too many snacks, his old constipation problem will come back. Lin Feng comforted the worried Zhang Yuxi, I'll think of a way, go to sleep. Zhang Yuxi sighed, snuggled up to Lin Feng and fell asleep. The next morning, after sending the 4 treasures to school, Zhang Yuxi went to work, and only woke up Zaya Abeo after she was done. Another busy day began. But today there is a special schedule, hoping to solve Zaya Abeo's problem of eating snacks. Dad, where is this? After breakfast, Lin Feng took Zaya Abeo to dental clinic. Zaya Abeo had no idea what was going to happen, and looked at the painting on the wall curiously. This is teeth. So white. After going up to the 2nd floor, Zaya Abeo saw the man in a white coat, and her face tightened. She asked warily, Dad, is this a hospital? Zaya Abeo, like all other children, is afraid of injections and medication. She had excessive heat and constipation before, so the doctor prescribed some heat-clearing medicines. She refused to eat anything even sweet. Lin Feng held her in his arms and saw that she was resisting. He comforted his daughter, Zaya Abeo has eaten too many snacks. We need to go to the doctor to check her teeth. Is the tooth broken? If it is, they will pull it out. Zaya Abeo's eyes widened in fear, really? Dad didn't lie to Zaya Abeo. Lin Feng shook his head, I didn't. Look. It happened that the TV above his head was playing tooth extraction, not bloody, but an animated version. But it scared Zaya Abeo enough. Zaya Abeo covered her cheek. Zaya Abeo's tooth is not broken, not broken. Lin Feng frowned, let the nurse come and have a look. Zaya Abeo shook her head and shouted, don't pull the tooth, don't pull it out, it hurts. Lin Feng coaxed her, how about this, let's let the nurse come and have a look, okay? Zaya Abeo covered her face and refused to obey. The father and daughter attracted the attention of the nurse. There was no way, the two were so handsome, especially the father, who was so handsome that people could imagine things. When Zaya Abeo saw the nurse coming, she was so scared that she quickly let Lin Feng go. Dad, let's go home, Zaya Abeo wants to go home. Lin Feng ignored her and greeted the nurse. It's like this, my Zaya Abeo likes to eat snacks, and she won't listen to anything I say. Why don't you take her to the dentistry to see if her teeth are damaged by eating so many snacks, and if she needs to have them extracted? Zaya Abeo trembled in Lin Feng's arms, tears kept falling. The nurse suddenly realized what Lin Feng meant by looking at his eyes. Is that so? Children of your age shouldn't eat snacks. Babies' teeth are very fragile, and eating snacks can easily damage them. When Zaya Abeo heard this, he was so scared that he stopped crying and was stunned. Lin Feng turned his head and added insult to injury and said, "See, Dad said so too." The nurse said gently, "Children must listen to their parents, eat well, and don't eat snacks, understand? Come, let me see what's going on with your teeth." Zaya Abeo covered his mouth and shook his head. The nurse shook her hands. "Look, there's nothing in my hands, it won't hurt, just take a look." Lin Feng also coaxed Zaya Abeo, "Let the nurse take a look, just take a look." After persuading for a long time, Zaya Abeo finally let go and compromised, saying, "You can only take a look." Lin Feng smiled and coaxed, "Okay, you can only take a look, okay." The nurse checked and found that the teeth were all growing well, and there was no problem. She pretended to be serious and said, "It's okay, it hasn't broken for the time being, but if you eat snacks again, it will break." Lin Feng cooperated with the performance. "Really? Then we won't eat snacks, absolutely not snacks, right, Zaya Abeo?" Zaya Abeo was very sad because she couldn't eat snacks. Yes. She was so uncomfortable lying on Lin Feng's chest. Lin Feng thanked the nurse. The nurse smiled and went away. All the rooms for tooth extraction here are half transparent and half frosted. The father and daughter saw a 4 or 5-year-old child getting a tooth filled, crying. Zaya Abeo was so scared that he hurried Lin Feng to leave. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 560 The First Car. After coming out, Zaya Abeo was still frightened and his face was pale. Lin Feng asked distressedly, "Do you still eat snacks?" Zaya Abeo shook her head, "No." Lin Feng kissed her, "Dad can make you whatever you want to eat, okay?" Zaya Abeo asked sullenly, "Can Dad make small bread?" Lin Feng said, "Yes. Dad can also make the small cookies you eat." Zaya Abeo felt better when he heard it. There is an electric car store next to the dentistry, and Lin Feng's heart moved. When the family was having dinner in the evening, Lin Feng officially announced, "From today on, Zaya Abeo will give up snacks completely." He looked at Zaya Abeo and motioned Zaya Abeo to express his attitude. Zaya Abeo nodded heavily. "Yes, Zaya Abeo will not eat snacks in the future. After solving the small problem, let's solve the big one. Today I took Zaya Abeo to see the dentist, and the doctor said that if you eat snacks again, you have to fill your teeth. Filling your teeth is always painful. You guys can do it." Zhang Yuxi was shocked. "Let me see, Zaya Abeo, open your mouth." Zaya Abeo opened his mouth quickly, and she checked it, and there was no problem. "The teeth are fine." Lin Feng asked, "Is it a bit serious?" Zhang Yuxi looked up at Lin Feng and immediately understood his intention. "Yes, a bit." Zaya Abeo cried out, "No, no more." Zhang Yuxi hurriedly coaxed, "Don't cry, Zaya Abeo, as long as you don't eat snacks, it will be fine." Lin Feng said to the 4 treasures, "From today on, if I catch anyone giving snacks to Zaya Abeo, you will have a hard time." The 4 treasures said that they would never give snacks to Zaya Abeo again. Very good, this matter is finally resolved. Tomorrow, Saturday, I plan to buy each of you an electric bike. You are old enough to ride an electric bike. When the children were in junior high school, they felt distressed to ride bikes to school in the winter. I considered buying them electric bikes, but when I checked, I found out that they were not old enough. This wait is until the 2nd year of high school, and they can finally buy electric bikes. The 4 treasures are very happy. Sibeo asked, "Dad, can we buy a motorcycle?" Lin Feng refused bluntly, "No. Only electric cars. You can check the styles and brands online first. Let's go to the physical store tomorrow, and by the way, let's go shopping as a family." In the evening, Zhang Yuxi asked Zaya Abeo about eating snacks. Seeing that Zaya Abeo was determined not to eat snacks this time, Zhang Yuxi silently gave Lin Feng a thumbs up. "My husband still has a way, and this matter is done in neatly." At the same time, the 4 treasures discussed in the group what electric car to buy. Sanbeo liked a small and cute pink one, which looks very attractive. Erbao liked her one that is larger than Sanbao and is shiny blue. Girls generally like smaller ones, while Dabao and Sabao like larger ones with cool appearance. Dabao chose an appearance that is more like a motorcycle, very handsome. Sibao, how he JPG. Sibao, you two are too bad, look at what I like. G900 JPG, MV 1200 JPG. Sibao, I just want to ask if you are handsome? Is it good looking? Not to mention Dabao and Sanbao, even Erbao wanted to buy one. The three of them wanted to buy one, so they decided that, except for Sanbao, they would all buy two models. The price didn't matter, the main thing was that this was their first car, which was of great significance. Sanbao silently glanced at his little pink and thought it was pretty good, and he liked it very much. The next day, the family went to the store to buy electric cars. Sanbao's electric car cost 5,000, and each of theirs cost more than 50,000. The boss said he needed to transfer the goods and deliver them to their home in the evening. On Sunday, the four treasures can hit the road. It's so exciting just to think about it. Erbao posted a picture on Weibo. I finally bought my first car in my life. We are so excited, aren't we? We are happier than when we received the invitation letter. The comments section gave Erbao Versailles stimulation. The pink one stands out. I guess it's Lin Yuan's car. I'd rather have an invitation letter than an electric car. I don't care about the money, I can't afford it anyway. I'd rather have an electric car than an invitation letter. I don't care about the money, I'm a poor student anyway. I'd rather have a baby than these. I don't care about the money, I don't have the ability anyway, I just want a girlfriend. I'd rather have a baby than these. I don't care about the money, I don't have the ability anyway, I just want a girlfriend. The comments section is full of joy. Chapter 561 Zaya Abeo also wants to buy it. In the afternoon, the electric bikes were sent home. The children couldn't wait to try them out. Lin Feng reminded them from behind, drive slowly. Zaya Abeo struggled in Lin Feng's arms, wanting to play with the four treasures. Car, Zaya Abeo wants to ride a bike. Seeing the brothers and sisters go away one by one, Zaya Abeo was very anxious and ran after them. Lin Feng went over and picked her up. Brothers and sisters will be back soon, let's go and get your car, okay. Zaya Abeo was very happy about this suggestion, clapping her hands, okay, Zaya Abeo wants to ride a car too. After Lin Feng moved the car outside, the four treasures also rode back one after another. Needless to say, Sanbao was the last one. Everyone saw Zaya Abeo's car and knew that he wanted to ride with him. Sibao waved his hand, let's go. Zaya Abeo goes in front. We follow behind. After all, it was a car driven by a child, so the speed was very slow. In addition, although this kind of car is remote controlled, it needs to be charged, so it can't be driven for a long time. Sibao gave orders, let's go, let's drive back. Zaya Abeo smiled and turned the steering wheel. The car turned around, and looked back while driving. Erbao smiled and said, we are all following, drive faster. When they reached the finish line, Zaya Abeo said, I'm the first. The brothers and sisters flattered him in various ways. That's right, our Zaya Abeo is the best, the first place for sure. Zaya Abeo's car is so awesome, so awesome. Zaya Abeo was flattered to the point of no return. Sibao picked up Zaya Abeo and asked her to sit in front of him, come, brother will take you. Zaya Abeo was so excited, okay. Zhang Yuxi was worried, Sibao, ride slowly and be careful. Sibao promised, Mom, don't worry, it's fine. Erbao said, we will watch him and won't let him do anything wrong. Sibao quickly said, you're kidding, Zaya Abeo is here, I dare not do anything wrong. Zaya Abeo has already started to urge, hurry up, drive the car. Sibao adjusted Zaya Abeo's position, are you ready? We are leaving. Zaya Abeo shouted, ready. Sibao was full of ritual, then let's go. Zaya Abeo shouted excitedly, let's go. Watching the children go away, Zhang Yuxi's heart was hanging, and she was worried. Lin Feng hugged her, the children are so old now, they can grasp the limit. Although she said so, she was still worried. After waiting for about 5 minutes, she saw the figures of the children and Zaya Abeo from a distance. Mom, Dad, I'm back. Zhang Yuxi's heart finally settled down and she waved to the children. How is it? Is it fun? Zaya Abeo nodded excitedly, it's fun. Zaya Abeo wants to play more. Sibeo said with a smile, then let's run another lap, okay? Okay. The children are all in the second year of high school, and they got an electric car. Look how happy they are. They haven't been so happy even when they received the admission invitation. They played for 2 hours. Later, Zaya Abeo wanted to continue playing, and the 4 brothers and sisters took her to run 2 laps each. Lin Feng has already started cooking. Zhang Yuxi helped, and when the work was almost done, the children went home. Go wash your hands, it's time to eat. Zaya Abeo was soaked all over, and Zhang Yuxi quickly took Zaya Abeo to change into autumn clothes. Zaya Abeo has a strong temper, and her whole body is warm, like a small stove. It's warm to hold her to sleep in winter, but she doesn't sleep well and keeps kicking the quilt. Zaya Abeo's eyes are like stars. While changing her daughter's clothes, Zhang Yuxi asked with a smile, "It's so fun." Zaya Abeo said expectantly, "Mom, I want an electric car too. Buy it for me, please." Zhang Yuxi shook her head, "No, you can only buy one when you're as old as your older brothers and sisters." When Zaya Abeo heard this, her face fell. No, I want to buy it." Zhang Yuxi pursed her lips, "Mom really can't help you with this, and even if you buy it, the police uncle won't let you drive. Children and adults are in all the police, and Zaya Abeo, a 1-year-old baby, is no exception." When she heard about the police uncle, her face tightened. "Why?" Zhang Yuxi carried her downstairs and explained, "Because you are too young, it is not safe for you to drive the bikes of your brothers and sisters. You can see that, those bikes are too fast, and you kids can't control the force." Zaya Abeo asked, "Then are there any bikes for babies to ride?" Zhang Yuxi thought for a while. "Mom doesn't know, but after we finish dinner, let Dad look for it online, okay? If there is, we will buy it, if not, we will drive a car, okay?" Zaya Abeo nodded unhappily. After dinner, Zaya Abeo went to find Lin Feng. Lin Feng was a little surprised that Zaya Abeo was so well behaved this time. "How did he do it?" Zhang Yuxi smiled, "Because your daughter wants to buy an electric bike, we agreed to let you check online to see if there are any for children to ride. If there is, we will buy it, if not, forget it." Lin Feng understood. It turned out that this was a request. Lin Feng took out his mobile phone and logged into the app. "Okay, then Dad will go online and see if there are any suitable ones for babies. Now, the things sold online are only things you would never think of. If you search, you will find simulated electric cars. There are 2 types, 1 to 3 years old, and 3 to 8 years old. However, the ones suitable for Zaya Abeo to ride have training wheels. These training wheels can be removed, and the functions are similar to those of real electric cars, and the speed is very slow. Adults have an extra steering wheel remote control in their hands, and can also control the brakes. The price is very beautiful, completely catching up with a real electric car." "What color do you want?" Lin Feng asked. Zaya Abeo chose black because it looks good. Zhang Yuxi laughed at her. "Oh, our Zaya Abeo knows what is handsome." Zaya Abeo can't wait to ride the bike. "Dad, when will it arrive?" "Tomorrow." Zaya Abeo was unhappy when she heard it. "Why does it take so long?" Lin Feng touched her unhappy little face. "Because it has to be delivered by express. Tomorrow will be quick. Zaya Abeo will take a nap, and maybe it will be delivered when he wakes up." Zaya Abeo sighed heavily, with the word compromise written on his face. Chapter 562 Salibocking. The next day, the children rode their beloved electric bikes to school. As soon as they arrived at school, they attracted a lot of attention. I don't know how many people became jealous. Erbeo's Weibo account has a lot of followers, so everyone knows that the 4 children bought electric bikes. There are many high school students riding bikes to school. The affordable price is around 2,000 yuan, and the slightly better family conditions are 4,000 or 5,000 yuan. The better ones can buy around 10,000 yuan, but they are very rare. How to say it? In terms of wealth, it can be said that few of the rich dads in the school can compare with Lin Feng. In terms of grades, can the second grade of high school compare with the quadruplets? In terms of looks, is there any need to compare? 360 degrees without dead angles, any raw picture can beat the PS taken in 2 hours. You say, it's okay that their family conditions are so good, but they are also outstanding, and their grades are also good. Those people don't have any sense of superiority in front of them. The 4 people parked the car, took out the best anti-theft lock, and locked the car. Zhang Yuxi woke up not long after they went to school. The first thing he did was to ask Lin Feng, "Dad, when will Zhang Yuxi's car arrive?" Lin Feng handed the spoon to Zhang Yuxi. "It's still morning, you have to wait a while." Zhang Yuxi was absent-minded all morning, thinking about his car. Finally, the car was delivered to his door. After Lin Feng signed for it, Zhang Yuxi urged him to unpack it. The package was large, consistent with the pictures on the internet. Lin Feng checked the appearance and found that there was no damage or scratches, and began to install it according to the instructions. Zhang Yuxi squatted aside, staring with curiosity. From time to time, he could help and pass a part to Lin Feng. "Dang dang dang, it's done. Look, Dad will try to operate it first, don't worry." After Lin Feng's operation, the remote control was fine and responsive. The battery of the car was also full. The seller said that the storage power could exceed 3 days. I don't know if it is true. Zhang Yuxi has been impatient waiting for a long time and kept asking, "Is Dad ready? Can I play now? Are you ready, Dad? Okay, you can sit on it and try it out now." After Zhang Yuxi got on it, he found 2 more training wheels and frowned. "This is different from my brother and sister." Lin Feng explained, "My brother and sister's version is for adults, and yours is for children, so there are some differences." Zhang Yuxi shook his head. "Dad, I don't want this." Lin Feng was worried without this, and after persuading him for a long time, Zhang Yuxi reluctantly accepted it. "This kid is really something, his mouth is dry from talking." Lin Feng told Zhang Yuxi how to operate it. "Twist your hand and the car will move. This is the brake. When you want to stop, you can use this." Zhang Yuxi listened to it once and said impatiently, "I know, Dad, I can do it alone." Lin Feng was not worried either. This car has 3 gears in total, and the switch is hidden, so Zhang Yuxi won't find it. Woo woo woo, woo woo woo, woo woo woo. Zhang Yuxi was not happy after using it. "Dad, this is too slow, really too slow." "Then Dad can see if the speed can be adjusted." Lin Feng pretended to look for it. "Okay, you try it." The second gear was indeed much faster. Zhang Yuxi asked, "Dad, can it be faster?" "There is no such function, this is the fastest." Zhang Yuxi didn't say anything else, riding the bike around the yard, and Lin Feng watched from the side. This ride lasted several hours, and it was dark, and the 4 treasures were still riding their bikes after returning home. Zhang Yuxi showed off. "This is the little bike that Dad bought for me. In the future, I can ride with my brothers and sisters." The 4 treasures said all kinds of rainbow farts without thinking. Lin Feng sighed. Why is Zhang Yuxi so self-confident? Isn't it because of the pampering of his brothers and sisters? Zhang Yuxi announced solemnly at the dinner table. "Tomorrow I will go to school with my brothers and sisters." Sibao didn't take it seriously at all. "Are you going to ride your bike?" Zhang Yuxi nodded. "Yes. I will take my brothers and sisters to school together." Erbao asked with a smile, "Can you get up, little lazy bug?" Zhang Yuxi never hides his laziness and accepts it with pleasure. Zhang Yuxi put his hands on his hips. "I can get up. I can definitely get up." Sanbao smiled gently and said, "Then we will wait for Zhang Yuxi to take us tomorrow." Dabao also smiled and said, "Don't be late." Sibao supported his cheek and followed the cheering. "If you get up late, we won't wait for you." Zhang Yuxi patted his chest. "Zhang Yuxi will definitely get up tomorrow, believe me." This look made everyone laugh. Zhang Yuxi turned his head and ordered Lin Feng very seriously. "Dad, you have to wake Zhang Yuxi up tomorrow." "Okay, no problem. But whether you can get up depends on you." "Okay." Zhang Yuxi was playing with building blocks. If it was the previous activities, either Zhang Yuxi or Lin Feng told stories to the 4 treasures. Zhang Yuxi is not interested in books at all, he just likes to play, all kinds of toys and games. "Zhang Yuxi, go to bed quickly, don't you have to send your brothers and sisters to school tomorrow?" Zhang Yuxi was stunned, as if he just remembered that there was something he hadn't done. He followed Lin Feng obediently to wash his face and feet, and then went to bed. Zhang Yuxi was busy, she was in the study, and I don't know when she would go to bed. If nothing unexpected happens, when Zhang Yuxi goes to kindergarten, she will be promoted to the principal. As the vice principal, she is usually very busy at work, and there are many things to do. It's not easy. "I want to go to my mother." "Mom is working, let's go to bed first." "No, I want to go to my mother." "What's the matter? Zhang Yuxi nodded. I have something to say to my mother. Lin Feng had no choice but to take Zhang Yuxi to the study. Zhang Yuxi has been teaching in this school for nearly 20 years, and she has a deep affection for this school. When she was a teacher, she wanted to lead her students well. Now as a principal, she wants to do a good job in this school. She wanted to make drastic changes, and the old principal also supported her and helped her more while he was still here. Her biggest goal was to make this school one of the top 3 in Guangzhou. If possible, she hoped that during her tenure, she could make the school the best in Guangzhou. Because of these things, she has been having a headache recently. After all, things are not as simple as she imagined. When she was having a headache, she saw Lin Feng bringing Zhang Yuxi over, and his brows relaxed and he smiled. Why aren't you guys asleep yet? I'll be here for a while. Lin Feng said. Zhang Yuxi said he wanted to find you and has something to say to you. Zhang Yuxi took Zhang Yuxi from Lin Feng. Zhang Yuxi, what do you want to say to mom? Zhang Yuxi hugged Zhang Yuxi, smacked her, and said softly, thank you for your hard work, mom, good night. Zhang Yuxi and Lin Feng were both surprised, and more moved. Lin Feng smiled and said, I didn't teach you these words. Zhang Yuxi was even more moved. Wow, mommy is not tired. Good night, baby, too. You still have to send your brother and sister off tomorrow, so go back to bed early. Zhang Yuxi said obediently, mommy goes to bed early too. This child, although naughty most of the time, can also be heartwarming. Lin Feng picked up Zhang Yuxi. Okay, let's go back to bed. Good night, wife. Zhang Yuxi smiled slightly and kissed him. Good night, husband. As soon as her husband and daughter left, Zhang Yuxi looked at her work and suddenly felt less tired and less troubled. Come on, Zhang Yuxi. You have a happy family, a husband who loves you, and 5 lovely children. They are all your backers, come on. Chapter 563 Reward Private Jet. Lin Feng coaxed Zhao Bao to sleep, and Zhang Yuxi also went into the room to sleep. Wife, did something happen? Nothing. Zhang Yuxi knew that Lin Feng was already very tired taking care of the children at home. She didn't want to add to his troubles. It's about the construction of the school. We have approved the funds and they will come down in a while. We can build it when the students are on vacation. There are also dormitory renovations, library expansion, teaching staff, etc. Lin Feng hugged her. Wife, I know you want to do something, but this thing has to be done slowly and can't be rushed. Zhang Yuxi understood this and nodded. Lin Feng kissed her. If you need anything from your husband, just tell me. I can help you with manpower, effort, and money. Zhang Yuxi felt very happy in his arms. Okay. Zhao Bao was sleeping on the other side of the crib, and Lin Feng was leaning on the crib. I don't know if Zhao Bao heard Lin Feng's voice and called out in a daze. Mom. Zhang Yuxi heard it and walked over to kiss her. Mom is here. After waiting for a while, when Zhao Bao didn't move, Zhang Yuxi lay back. Did Zhao Bao fall asleep on your stomach tonight? Yes. This child, I told her to sleep well but she just wouldn't listen. Although he said this, Lin Feng was happy in his heart. Who doesn't want his own child to be close to him? The 4 babies have to go to school at 7:30. In the past, when there were no electric cars, they had to leave at 7 o'clock. Lin Feng prepared breakfast for the 4 babies, waited for them to come down, and went upstairs to wake up Zhao Bao. Zhao Bao, Zhao Bao. Zhao Bao's sleeping posture is super cute. He likes to sleep with his butt sticking up, or raise his legs and put them on the edge of the crib. Lin Feng called for a long time before Zhao Bao responded. Dad, get up, don't you have to send your brother and sister to school today? I want to sleep. Look, it's because you don't want to get up, not because Dad didn't call you. I'll say it first, don't go to him and cry later. The 4 babies were eating and laughing at Zhao Bao at the table. Zhao Bao must be sleeping like a little pig at this time. Dadada, Lin Feng was coming downstairs holding the confused Zhao Bao. Who said our Zhao Bao is like a little pig? Our Zhao Bao got up today. Lin Feng thought Zhao Bao would definitely not get up. When leaving, Zhao Bao stretched out his hand for Lin Feng to pick him up. When he was sitting to put on his clothes, he was staggering like a tumbler. Bao shouted loudly, Zhao Bao can actually get up today, it's really rare. Zhao Bao is grumpy when she gets up. If she wakes up, she will get angry. Bao was so distressed. Zhao Bao, your brothers and sisters don't need you to send her off. Go back to sleep. Looking at the sleepy Zhang Yuxi, the four treasures were moved. My God, Zhang Yuxi was so thoughtful to do this for them. Zhang Yuxi was much more energetic now. He sat on the dining chair and said that he wanted to eat too. Sanbao came over and asked, Zhang Yuxi, are you really going to take us there? Zhang Yuxi nodded, I'll take you there in my new car. Sanbao said gently, then eat quickly, okay? Come, sister will comb your hair. Sanbao was deft, and in a short while, she had combed Zhang Yuxi's hair beautifully. In order not to be late, Lin Feng fed Zhang Yuxi. While eating, Zhang Yuxi asked the four treasures to wait for her. Don't go, I'll be done soon. Just a little more. The four treasures all coaxed her to eat well. They were all waiting for Zhang Yuxi, and they didn't rush her. After eating, Lin Feng put a hat on Zhang Yuxi and put on a coat. It was already 7:45, and they were already in the morning self-study. But because they had good grades, the teachers always turned a blind eye. Even if they didn't come to study, the teachers wouldn't ask too many questions. Zhang Yuxi was dressed warmly, and when he went out, he found that it was not long after dawn, which was a bit strange. Lin Feng accompanied Zhang Yuxi, just as if it was a morning run. Zhang Yuxi was so excited when he got on his bike. Let's go. Bao took a photo to record this scene. The four treasures said in unison, let's go. Just like that, Zhang Yuxi followed his brothers and sisters and rode his electric bike to school. Lin Feng accompanied him and ran. 20 minutes later, only 1/3 of the way to school was gone. There were many vehicles ahead, so Zhang Yuxi couldn't ride on the road and had to separate from his brothers and sisters. Bye. Zhang Yuxi waved his little hands and said goodbye to his brothers and sisters. The four treasures were also reluctant to leave Zhang Yuxi. After parting, they didn't want to go to school, or let Zhang Yuxi send them a little further. On the way back, Zhang Yuxi sighed while riding his bike. Dad, going to school is so tiring. So hard. Lin Feng was a little amused. Zhang Yuxi, where do you start now? Zhang Yuxi didn't understand what Lin Feng said, and talked to himself. I don't want to go to school in the future. I'm so tired from going to school, I'd better sleep and play. Lin Feng. He is just over 1 year old and has such thoughts? That's not okay. How can we not study? School is very important to us. Zhang Yuxi pouted and said nothing. Back home. Zhang Yuxi started to sleep again. Zhang Yuxi had already eaten breakfast and left. Lin Feng packed up Zhang Yuxi before eating breakfast. Lin Feng washed the dishes and prepared Zhang Yuxi's complimentary food and lunch. In the evening, everyone sat together for dinner. When Bao asked Zhang Yuxi whether he would continue to send them to school tomorrow, Zhang Yuxi hesitated for a long time. I guess she was struggling whether to get up early or not. After all, getting up is too difficult. She can't do it. So, Zhang Yuxi said seriously, it depends on the situation. She is quite fast at learning to talk to others. Late at night, the long-lost system is online again. Because the host's first time buying a car for the children, a PBD 7500 private jet is rewarded. The plane has landed at the nearest Yangchang East Airport. All procedures and maintenance services are automatically renewed. Private jet? After Lin Feng woke up, he heard the system's reward and his heart moved. Well, private jets are indeed suitable for family trips nowadays, and the reward is just right. It's just right that the children can go out and play during the holidays, and it's more convenient and comfortable to travel. Zhang Yuxi sat in the first class, but he was still not used to it, always complaining about this and that. I had thought about buying a private jet after the children graduated from high school, which would only cost a few $100 million. I didn't expect the system to reward one. The things rewarded by the system are really good, and the quality is perfect. Just take the BMW that was rewarded when the children were a few months old as an example, and I don't know how many updates it has undergone so far. Hey, there's nothing wrong with this system reward, and the performance is great. The off-road vehicle bought for Lin Dashan is not as good as the 7-seater SUV at home. Lin Feng fell asleep thinking about this. Chapter 564 Heading to Boston. The next morning. As expected, Zhang Yuxi refused to get up, and pouted his little butt in anger. No. School is too tiring, I won't go. What's the point of accompanying my sister and brother to school? How can sleep be more important? Bao posted the photos she took yesterday morning on Weibo. Picture JPG. Didn't you say you would send us to school? You only insisted on one day. Today is the first day of being late. Xiaobao, sister left a message for you to remember. From September to November, I was busy. The results of the weekly, monthly and midterm exams came out. Dabao's science was like a cheat, and it became an unattainable existence. As the second place, Erbao could only sigh. The top 4 in the second grade of high school are undoubtedly the 4 treasures. After the exam, Dabao found Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi. In the study room, Dabao pursed his lips and considered. Dad, Mom, actually, I didn't try my best in this exam. I'm busy with an experiment. Well, I just tried a little harder. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi didn't understand what their genius son meant. Lin Feng thought for a moment. So I thought, if that's the case, then I don't need to continue studying. It's meaningless to continue like this. I finished learning all the content of the 3rd year of high school, and I think the rest is about the same. So, I plan to go to Massachusetts next semester. Dabao's words seemed to be both reasonable and unexpected. He had this idea before, but he couldn't bear to leave his family and hadn't made up his mind. This time, he found that the knowledge in high school was really boring. So, he decided to skip a grade and go to Massachusetts to go to college. He believed that Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi would definitely support him. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi looked at each other. Even though they were reluctant, they knew that the child had grown up and would fly high sooner or later. They were all experienced people and could understand. Lin Feng nodded. We all agree with your decision. Do your younger brother and sister know? Dabao nodded. They know. Lin Feng didn't say anything else. Okay, then you don't have to go to school after this semester. Dabao stood up. Thank you for your support, Mom and Dad. As soon as Dabao left, the couple couldn't help but sigh. This day finally came. On this Friday night, Anlan's family came to visit and talked about school. Anlan had something to say. Do you know which university your mother graduated from? The 4 children and Lin Feng couldn't help but be curious. They didn't ask, and Zhang Yuxi didn't say it. So, they didn't know. Anlan looked at them in surprise. No way, you don't know. Hey, it's understandable that the children don't know, but Mr. Lin, don't you know what it means? Lin Feng asked with a smile. Which school? Anlan replied, Harvard. Then he asked Zhang Yuxi, who had just come downstairs. Didn't you tell them which school you graduated from? Zhang Yuxi replied, I did. Lin Feng remembered it very clearly. You didn't say it. Zhang Yuxi was more surprised than Lin Feng. Didn't I say it? Why do I feel like I did say it? I guess you didn't ask. In the eyes of the children, it's not strange that their mother graduated from Harvard, because she is so amazing. Speaking of Harvard, Anlan talked about the time when they were young. What the 4 children didn't expect was that their mother was gentle and steady, and her whole body exuded a sense of elegance. When they were young, they were so fashionable and spent money without blinking an eye. Unlike now, they are so frugal. After sighing about their youthful years, Anlan couldn't help but suggest going abroad for fun. When the children are on vacation, let's have a good time. Now the 2 children are sensible, and she can also take time to live her own life. So, the 2 families agreed. When the children are on vacation, they will go abroad for fun and go shopping. In a blink of an eye, the children are on vacation. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi don't have to worry about the children's grades. They don't even attend parent-teacher meetings all year round. It's enough to take care of the children's food, no tutoring, no crammed school. Look, Lin Feng took Xiaobao to early childhood education classes and served this spoiled baby. This time, when the children were on vacation, Anlan took her 2 sons, and Lin Feng's family of 8. After thinking about it, I just called Lin Jiajian's family of 4. It just so happened that the system rewarded him with a private jet that he could use. Anlan, her mother and her son, and Lin Jiajian's family of 4 arrived at the East Airport that night according to Lin Feng's request. After the airport staff confirmed their identities, they took them to a special channel. Anlan thought that Lin Feng had a black gold card and that there was such a service at the airport, so she didn't pay much attention. Because of the weather, there was no direct connection, so they had to transfer. They waited and finally waited for Lin Feng and others. Lin Feng was holding Xiaobao, and the couple's luggage was carried by the 4 treasures. Xiaobao knew that he was going out to play, so he didn't sleep until the time was up, and he was very energetic in Lin Feng's arms. Lin Jiajin and Len's family naturally have a good relationship, and he took several suitcases to check in. And Lan was going shopping this time and brought 3 large boxes. No need to check in, no need. Everyone looked at each other, not understanding what Lin Feng was doing. Then a staff member came over and respectfully and enthusiastically took them to the front of a plane. Facing everyone's doubts, Lin Feng explained, "This is the private plane I bought." Everyone was not surprised, but more happy. It was the first time I saw such a big private plane. The 4 treasurers knew that their family was rich, but they didn't expect it to be so rich. They thought it was just a few shops. Dabao was entangled for a long time before he proposed the tens of millions of equipment to Lin Feng. After the 4 treasurers learned that they had bought the equipment, they all lived more frugally, thinking that the family must not have much money. Later, they received invitations from other schools, and inquired about the tuition fees from all sides. They all agreed to work and study. Those who have money pay, and those who don't have money work to earn tuition. There is also a very spoiled sister to support at home, so they can save as much as possible. The 4 treasurers looked at each other, as if asking, "Is our family so rich?" Erbao whispered, "Nowadays, hundreds of thousands or tens of millions can buy a private jet. This is probably not very expensive. There are a total of 5 staff members here. 2 pilots and 3 flight attendants take care of them." After everyone went in, even Lin Feng was surprised, not to mention others. The appearance of this private jet alone made several people shine. Short and pointed nose, slender fuselage. The main wing is down, the winglets are upturned, and the tail is T-shaped. 2 engines are suspended at the tail of the aircraft. The portholes on both sides of the fuselage are square, and the paint is also very beautiful. Its fuselage is 35 meters long, the main wing is 33 meters long, and the height is 8.5 meters. It is a large long-range business jet. It uses 2 turbofan engines, with a maximum range of 17,260 kilometers and a speed of 982 kilometers per hour. It has 4 living spaces inside, a large double bed, and a kitchen equipped with refrigerators, microwave ovens, coffee machines and other equipment. There are solid wood dining tables for many people to have dinner and meetings, a bar for mixing drinks, and toilets and bathrooms. After several people went up, they couldn't help but visit everywhere. Several people exclaimed repeatedly, "How luxurious a private jet is, it must cost hundreds of millions." While others were busy visiting, Lin Feng greeted the 2 pilots. "Hello, Mr. Lin, it's an honor to serve you." "Hello, you will have to work hard on this journey." It's not hard, this is what we should do." The time is almost up, and the plane takes off. The 4 children took Xiaobao to visit and play, while Lin Jiajin's family and Len's family followed behind. It would be a lie if they didn't envy them. With such a luxurious private jet, long-distance flights would no longer be painful, and they would not be uncomfortable with transfers. And Lam felt that shopping was nothing worth mentioning, and it was worth the trip to be able to sit on such a luxurious private jet. "Boss Lin, where are we going?" It must be a habit. Lin Feng stayed in the kitchen and was checking the supporting facilities. He prepared a lot of things when he came, and now he can finally use them. We're going to Boston. The reason for choosing this place is that Harvard and Massachusetts are both here. Dabao is going to go to Massachusetts to study after the end of this semester. Now I bring Dabao here to get familiar with the environment, and let the children take a look at these 2 famous schools, Harvard and Massachusetts. Zhang Yuxi was surprised. "Boston. Then should I go back to Harvard to take a look?" Lin Feng opened the cupboard and said without raising his head, "Sure, if your mentor is still in office, you can treat him to a meal or give him a gift. This is a good suggestion." The long flight became less unbearable because of the good environment. After the novelty wore off, everyone went to sleep in the middle of the night. Chapter 565, Little Black Thing. After dawn, Lin Feng woke up on time and started to make breakfast. It was just like being at home here, which was equivalent to staying at home and playing for a day. When the children were together, they would take out their mobile phones to play games, provided that Xiaobao was not there or was asleep. After playing for less than 1 round, Xiaobao came running to play with his brother Sibao. Sibao was playing enthusiastically at this time, and when he heard Xiaobao's voice, he quickly turned off his mobile phone. "Fourth brother, Xiaobao wants to play horse riding." "Okay, look, ride on it." Xiaobao felt bored after riding for a while. She knew that Sibeo liked to play the most. Fourth brother, I want to play something else. What do you want to play? I don't know. Shall we draw? No. Then shall we sing? You can sing here. No, I want to play games. Look at this unreasonable little cutie. Sibeo is a little bald. What do you want to play? I don't know. Sibeo carried Xiaobao to find Erbeo. Erbeo had no choice. There was no place to go on this plane. If he felt bored on other days, he would take him to the playground to play. This day was a boring day for Xiaobao. Xiaobao followed them and wanted to play, complaining about his unhappiness. It was also a helpless day for the four treasures. Finally, after more than 10 hours of flight, they finally arrived in Boston. After putting on the cotton clothes prepared in advance, it was snowing outside after leaving the airport. A gust of cold wind blew, and everyone was shocked. Xiaobao saw snow for the first time and went down to play in the snow happily. Lin Feng recalled that he seemed to have not taken Xiaobao to Takedo, so he would take Xiaobao to play this time. It was past 5 o'clock in the afternoon and it was getting dark. We arrived at the hotel to check in and discussed to go shopping nearby after dinner. All the good hotels were fully booked, and Lin Feng's hotel felt a bit messy. We planned to change hotels tomorrow and make do with it today. Lin Feng put all the important things in a small bag and carried them with him safely. After dinner, we went to walk around the neighborhood again, and everyone was in a good mood. We returned to the hotel at 9 o'clock in the evening. Everyone was asleep, and Lin Feng began to make a strategy. The first thing to do tomorrow is to go to Massachusetts, and then go shopping for Zhang Yuxi's teacher in the afternoon. After Lin Feng finished the strategy, he took a shower and went to bed. Dabao and Sibeo are both about 1.8 meters tall, and their fighting power is also bursting. Except for Sanbao, Lin Feng is not worried about them at all. Just take care of Zhang Yuxi and Xiaobao. Lin Jiajin, Wang Lu and the two children are of course not to be mentioned. And Lan is a woman with two children, and Lin Feng arranged for Sibeo to live with him. This night, let's just make do with it. Lin Feng booked several of the best rooms in this hotel, and the boss introduced them enthusiastically. They will prepare breakfast for the guests here, and there are also snacks to eat in the evening. Lin Feng just smiled at the boss's enthusiasm. Before going to bed, tell everyone to close the doors and windows and be more alert. Suddenly, Lin Feng thought of something and started to check the room. Then, he called to rebook the room, which was located in the university district and the room price was more than 4,000 per night. Because the distance was far, the other party promised to arrive in 40 minutes at the fastest. Lin Feng sent them a message, asking them to pack up and not stay in this hotel. Because there was not much fatigue during the flight, everyone was energetic at this time. They were not surprised by Lin Feng's sudden change of itinerary. After all, everyone came with their families, and it was normal for Lin Feng to change hotels because he had a high sense of safety. Although, this hotel looked good. 30 minutes later, they arrived. After Lin Feng settled down, he said to the driver, "Sorry, I forgot to pick up something, please wait for me for a while." After that, Lin Feng gave a few tickets. The driver took it with a smile. "No problem, sir." Lin Feng called Lin Jiajin, who was a little confused. Because Lin Feng didn't tell the boss when he left, he didn't know they checked out. He came back to meet him, and was about to speak, but was fooled into the room by Lin Feng's excuse. In front of the boss, Lin Feng reached into a hidden corner and took out a small black object. Lin Jiajin's face suddenly changed, and he stared at the boss angrily. Lin Feng's face was not good either, his aura was fully open, and his eyes were sharp. "Boss, we don't want to stay here anymore. Please refund us all the room fees." The boss pulled the corner of his mouth. This, sir, it's a misunderstanding." Lin Feng said lightly, "I don't have time to waste for you here. Either check out now or I call the police. You choose one." Lin Jiajin is also a seasoned man. He took out his mobile phone and said in foreign language, "I'm calling the police now. How much is it? Is it effective?" Lin Feng. The boss wanted to deny it, but Lin Feng had already started making a phone call. He said in fluent foreign language, "Sir, we are in trouble here." "That's right." While talking, Lin Feng mentioned this. "My children were invited by Harvard and MIT. This time I came here just to see the environment." "That's right, I have the documents, and I brought them all with me." While talking, Lin Jiajin took out the invitation letters that several children had received and put them in front of the boss. The boss took it and looked at it, and quickly said to Lin Feng, who was on the phone. Okay, it's all a misunderstanding. I will refund you the money now. Lin Feng motioned Lin Jiajin to do it, and continued to make a phone call. It was obvious that he would not hang up the phone unless the money was returned. The boss returned the money quickly. Seeing this, Lin Feng smiled and said, "The matter has been resolved. Sorry to bother you." After hanging up the phone expressionlessly, Lin Feng took the money and left with Lin Jiajin. In the elevator, Lin Jiajin became more and more angry. Since the boss decided to give the money, it means they did it. Damn it, you should check the room more often later. It would be funny if you see it online. Lin Feng called the police anonymously and sent an email. In the car, Zhang Yuxi thought about it and didn't feel that she had dropped anything. Seeing Lin Feng coming down empty-handed, "What did you drop?" Lin Feng smiled and said, "I'll tell you later." The hotel drove 2 business cars to pick them up. "Look, that's the hotel we booked." The hotel is dominated by blue lights. When viewed from across the river, the hotel looks very beautiful on the sparkling river surface. The hotel environment is naturally impeccable. Because it is a holiday, Lin Feng has booked the best rooms. This is a 4-star hotel, very close to Harvard and Massachusetts. Especially Massachusetts, which is only 1.2 kilometers away, and Harvard is nearly 3 kilometers away. After checking in, the huge floor-to-ceiling windows offer a panoramic view of the Charles River and Boston. It can be said that this room is worth the money. Zion Abeo woke up after arriving at the hotel. Standing in front of the floor-to-ceiling window, "Wow, so beautiful. Mom and Dad are so beautiful." Zhang Yuxi came over. "Yes, so beautiful." Zion Abeo, does he like it? Zion Abeo likes it. Does Mom like it? Yes. Zion Abeo ran over. Does Dad like it? Yes. Lin Feng packed his things and picked up the bedside table. This hotel's gym offers a whirlpool spa, sauna, steam room, sun terrace and a 23-meter standard heated swimming pool under a retractable glass roof. It provides live entertainment and multinational breakfast, lunch and dinner. On Fridays and Sundays, it offers a seafood buffet and brunch respectively. "Honey, tell me, what did your husband and Jun do just now?" "To get something." Lin Feng didn't tell Zhang Yuxi because he didn't want her to have an unhappy trip. After all, this was the first time he had encountered such a thing. Zhang Yuxi didn't believe it. After being married for so many years, how could she not notice anything? But since her husband didn't want to say it, she didn't ask. On the other side, Wang Lu also asked Lin Jiajin. Lin Jiajin didn't want to tell her about this bad thing. "I don't know if there's any in their room." Fortunately, they didn't sleep. Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi's suite is about 79 square meters. In-room massage, refrigerator, coffee maker and room service are available. Safes that can hold portable computers and other services. Zhang Yuxi said, "When I was in school, this hotel didn't exist yet. Zion Abeo had enough fun and wanted to go to other rooms. Dabeo and Sibeo live in one room. Lin Jiajin, Wang Lu and their youngest son live in one room. And Lan's family of 3 live in one room. Erbeo and Sanbeo live in one room." Zion Abeo ran to see them one by one, making a fuss in one room, and fell asleep as soon as he came back. "Wife, I'm going to take a shower." Lin Feng was able to express different meanings with just a simple sentence. Zhang Yuxi blushed and ignored him. After Lin Feng entered, he found that the bathtub was super big. Chapter 566, Attracting Peach Blossoms? The next day, everyone got up early and watched the sunrise in the room. Sibeo invited Erbeo and a few others to go swimming in the swimming pool. Zion Abeo doesn't know how to watch the sunrise. She wanted to go play with her brother and sister, but when she saw that her brother and sister were not on the room, her face changed. "They are swimming in the swimming pool. Come on, Dad will take you to find them." Next to the swimming pool is the gym. Lin Feng handed Zion Abeo to Zhang Yuxi and went for a run. Since marrying Zhang Yuxi, he lived in a 2-bedroom and 1 living room Riverview room at that time. There was no condition for fitness, and because the children were too young, they didn't have the energy. Later, he lived in Kahu Villa, where there was a gym. With this condition, Lin Feng decided to start fitness. From then until now, Lin Feng has never stopped. Although, his current physical fitness has become extremely strong with the blessing of the system. Fitness can be said to be unnecessary. But habits are formed naturally, and it is difficult to change. Lin Feng put on the Bluetooth headphones on the treadmill, listened to the song and started running. When he came, there were already several people in the gym. For example, the one now. The woman's eyes had not moved away since Lin Feng came, and she was completely attracted by Lin Feng. Not only her, but also others. Lin Feng could ignore such gazes because he was used to it. The woman was different from others. She saw Lin Feng wearing a wedding ring but did not take any action. She came to the treadmill next to Lin Feng and tried to greet him. Finding that he didn't hear her, she had to knock on Lin Feng's treadmill. Lin Feng looked at her and paused the music. The woman's eyes flickered. "Hello, can you help me? I don't know how to use this treadmill." Lin Feng smiled politely. "This is very simple, there are instructions." After that, he continued to play the music and ignored the woman next to him. The woman was so angry that half of her face was black. She had always been very confident in her beauty and figure, but she was embarrassed. The woman didn't give up. She lifted her hair and disturbed Lin Feng again. Hello, the CEO of Modus is my father," Lin Feng said. "So, this woman is planning to use another way to attract his attention?" He turned off the music, took off his headphones, and turned away. The woman followed him. "Can I buy you a drink?" Lin Feng refused coldly. "No." Looking at Lin Feng's back as he left, the woman gritted her teeth in hatred. Next to the swimming pool, Zhang Yuxi was putting on a swimsuit and a swimming cap for Zhang Yuxi. Lin Feng walked over with a smile. "Zhang Yuxi, do you want to go in the water?" Zhang Yuxi nodded eagerly. "I want to play together." Zhang Yuxi put on goggles for Zhang Yuxi with a doting look on her face. "I can't stop her. Ignore her." Several children and Lin Feng can also swim, and Zhang Yuxi is not afraid of any danger to Zhang Yuxi. Zhang Yuxi is here. By the swimming pool, Zhang Yuxi was not afraid of water at all. He stood up and jumped, and was caught by Sibeo. Everyone was shocked by Zhang Yuxi's action. "I didn't expect a little girl to be so brave and not afraid at all." Zhang Yuxi giggled, and with the help of his brothers and sisters, Zhang Yuxi had a lot of fun playing in the water. Zhang Yuxi leaned in Lin Feng's arms and said with a smile, "Husband, have you attracted peach blossoms again?" Lin Feng immediately denied, "I haven't." Following Zhang Yuxi's line of sight, she saw the beautiful woman looking at them. Her figure made Zhang Yuxi envious. "I don't know her." Zhang Yuxi smiled and said nothing. After years of marriage, Zhang Yuxi realized that she was lucky to have such a good husband. To have long-lasting happiness, it is not up to one's own efforts. She can only do her part, and the rest depends on Lin Feng. She was not a jealous person, and she was past that age. A sudden kiss made Zhang Yuxi's eyes suddenly open wide, and she was full of shyness after being surprised. She pushed him away and said coquettishly, "What are you doing? The children are all here." Her face was burning, and she looked at him angrily. Lin Feng approached, and Zhang Yuxi took a step back in fear, looking at him with a wary face. "Of course I'll kiss you. If the children see it, they'll see it." After the children started junior high school, the couple rarely kissed in front of them. It seems that they haven't kissed each other outside for 5 or 6 years. When he thought about it, Lin Feng realized that it had been so long. Zhang Yuxi covered her face. "I can't do this anymore, it's not good for the children to see it." Lin Feng didn't answer. When Zhang Yuxi looked in that direction again, she found that the woman had disappeared. "Dad, Mom, look, Zhang Yuxi can swim." Yuxi shouted, and the couple turned their heads. They saw Zhang Yuxi swimming in the water in a proper manner, and the others formed a circle to protect her. The couple praised her. At the end, Lin Feng signaled the children to come up. "Okay, stop playing, we're going to have breakfast." The children took a bath, and Zhang Yuxi called to wake up Lan. Lin Feng called to wake up Lin Jiajin. Gathered in the hotel restaurant and had a meal together. Today the restaurant provides free breakfast, lunch and dinner, with many dishes and all kinds of flavors. For so many years, I have accompanied Sanbao to perform everywhere and accompanied Sibao to participate in competitions. The family has become accustomed to foreign food. And Lan and Lin Jiajin's family are not used to it, but filling their stomachs is no problem. The hotel is right in front of the Che River, so it is very convenient to take a taxi. The first stop is Massachusetts. This is the famous school that Dabao likes. The school has no door and can be entered from any place. It was snowing outside. After entering the school, the children were very excited to face this school that millions of students dream of. The most excited one is Dabao. Because today is a holiday, Some places cannot be visited, which is a little regrettable. They made an appointment to explain the tour guide. After the guide learned that Lin Feng and Dabao had chosen Massachusetts, he said congratulations. While introducing and chatting, she was shocked to learn that several of Lin Feng's children were admitted to multiple schools. The first thing she thought of was, "Oh my god, this is too amazing. The probability is too small. This family is really rich." Here, people who come to visit and take pictures can be seen everywhere. Especially those young people. Some pretend that they are students of Massachusetts and are studying. Some were so excited that they danced and shouted, "Come on." This is a very magical and mysterious school. Some people say that it is full of the atmosphere of straight men in science and engineering. 2 hours later, the guide took them to the museum next door. There are exhibitions of students' projects over the years, which are amazing. For example, there is a work from more than 60 years ago, with a multi-jointed arm, 5 fingers, and flexible movements. There are also some works whose names I don't even know, but they look magical and fun. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 567, Meeting an Old Classmate. Harvard is only 2 stops away from Massachusetts. Lin Feng's original plan was to wait for news from teacher Zhang Yuxi before going there. Unexpectedly, the teacher was on a business trip this week. He will not be back until next week, so we can only go another day. So everyone discussed and decided to go to Harvard. This place is not only familiar to Zhang Yuxi, but also to Lan. Zhang Yuxi studied here, and Lan found a foreign language school to learn French. Thinking that after Zhang Yuxi graduates, the two will have a romantic trip to France. Maybe they can start a beautiful love affair. Thinking of this, Lan couldn't help but sigh at the unexpected fate. Harvard also has no gate, and you can visit from any direction. Girls may prefer the environment of Harvard. It is snowing, and the scenery is beautiful. Zhang Yuxi acted as a tour guide, describing her college life while telling about the history of this place. And Lan teased Zhang Yuxi, "Your mother was very popular when she was in school, with many suitors lining up behind her." "Hi, hello." A woman dressed fashionably and wearing luxury goods came over to greet Zhang Yuxi. Zhang Yuxi was stunned for a moment. "Hello." The woman looked at Zhang Yuxi. You are Zhang." Zhang Yuxi nodded. "Who are you?" The woman looked at the woman in front of her, who was more than 5 or 6 years younger than her, in shock. "I am Shani, your former classmate." Zhang Yuxi remembered it after saying this, and it was still fresh in her memory. This Shani always likes to compare with herself, which is quite inexplicable. She didn't even regard her as an opponent. Zhang Yuxi smiled at Shani in a friendly manner. "Hello, it's nice to see you after all these years." Shani asked enviously, "Oh my god, it's really you. I can't believe you haven't changed in all these years. Tell me, where did you get it done? Take me there too." Zhang Yuxi frowned. "You think too much? I didn't get it done." Shani didn't believe it. "Impossible, you must have gotten it done. Otherwise how could you be so young?" The familiar Shani is back again, and she hasn't changed in all these years. Zhang Yuxi smiled faintly. "Believe it or not." Shani stopped discussing this topic and took Zhang Yuxi's hand. "My driver will pick me up in a while. Why don't we go for a walk and talk about some things in the past? How about that?" Before Zhang Yuxi could speak, Shani said with a smile, "You are not allowed to refuse me. After all, we were classmates." Zhang Yuxi looked at Lin Feng. Shani only then noticed the others. "They are." Zhang Yuxi introduced them one by one, putting family members at the end. "This is my husband, this is my children, they are quadruplets, and she is my youngest daughter." Shani looked at Lin Feng with a confused face, and she couldn't help but feel jealous again. This man is so damn handsome, and her fat husband can't even compare to him. However, judging from his clothes, he should not have much money. Thinking of this, Shani finally felt a little relieved. Shani is also a mother of 3 children. Seeing Zhang Yuxi's 5 outstanding children, she couldn't help but comfort herself. Her children are all very outstanding, and one of them has been invited by Harvard this year. The other 2 children also have excellent grades. As for the 4 treasures, Shani just treats them as children with good looks but no ability. Thinking of this, Shani suddenly became complacent. In the past, Whether it was her appearance, academic performance, or the degree of popularity among boys, she was defeated by Zhang Yuxi. This time, she must be proud of herself. She looked at Zhang Yuxi's dress. I think you are too frugal. How come you don't even have a few pieces of jewelry on you? Well, that's right. It must be difficult to raise so many children. Food, clothing, housing and transportation all cost money. It's normal to have no money to buy them. By the way, what does your husband do? What is he busy with? Zhang Yuxi replied, my husband is in the investment business. He takes care of the children at home when he is free. Why take care of children? It must be because investment doesn't make money. People who make money nowadays, how can they have time to take care of children at home? Shani asked, don't you have a nanny? Do you need an adult to take care of them? Zhang Yuxi shook her head, no. Shani was more convinced that Zhang Yuxi was poor, and she became more and more proud. She immediately showed her superiority. Oh my god, Zhang, your life is so hard. I am different. My 3 children are all taken care of by a nanny, and my husband is the CEO of a multinational group with an annual salary of several million. Not only do I not have to take care of the children myself, but I can also buy the jewelry I like. I can't stand the frugal life. Before Zhang Yuxi could say anything, the other party rushed to say, why don't we go shopping? It takes more than 10 minutes to walk from here to Baoxin Building in Capri. Shopping is a woman's nature. Who can resist a woman shopping? So, without waiting for Zhang Yuxi's consent, Shani had already taken Zhang Yuxi away. When the children heard that they were going shopping, they all said forget it. They had no interest in shopping in the first place, and accompanying a woman shopping was simply a matter of life and death. So, except for Zia Abeo who was taken care of by Lin Feng and others, the children planned to go to Kundong Market by themselves. It is a paradise for eating and shopping. There are many food stalls in the central building of the market, and there are many buildings of historical value in the whole square, which are famous attractions. Next to it are the South Market and the North Market, which are full of various small shops where you can find all kinds of small souvenirs. The adults can come here to find them. If shopping is not enough, there are luxury goods there. It's just not as big as Capri, so there are more choices. After discussing it, they split into 2 groups to play separately. It's no problem for the 7 older children to take care of the 2 younger ones. They also know self-defense skills, so Lin Feng is not worried about them. What's more, their phones have positioning, so they just need to pay more attention. After all, they will all go to school in another year. After arriving at the shopping place, Shani half-joked Zhang Yuxi, women should not be too demanding on themselves, just buy whatever you like. Lin Feng smiled and hugged Zia Abeo, wife, buy whatever you like. Zhang Yuxi thought about it, okay, then take a look, buy whatever you like. Chapter 568 I'll just use yours. Arriving at the mall, Shani took Zhang Yuxi to a jewelry store. The clerks were familiar with Shani and greeted her warmly as soon as she entered the store. Shani boasted to Zhang Yuxi, I am a member of the store and I often buy things in their store. At least tens of millions of dollars. She introduced to the clerk, this is my good friend Zhang who I haven't seen for many years. Bring out the latest models for us to see. Several clerks ran to work happily, I'll be there soon. There are big discounts for buying luxury goods here because there are few s. Since Lan planned to buy, she was not idle. She planned to buy a few pieces of jewelry she liked. After she wore them herself, it would be nice to give them to her daughter-in-law when she was old. She was alone without her husband, so she simply looked around the store by herself. Wang Lu came over and asked, do you like anything? Lin Jiajin handed her the card and bought it. He sat on the sofa and swiped his phone. As a man, Lin Feng held Zia Abeo and admired him. Good guy, he likes these dazzling things at such a young age. And Lan smiled and covered her mouth. Yes, I wish I could buy everything here, but unfortunately I'm poor and have no money. Wang Lu waved, I've taken a fancy to a pair of earrings, can you help me choose them? Let me see. The two were looking at them, and Zhang Yuxi asked them to go over to see the new models. The clerk had taken out all the new models. Zhang Yuxi smiled and said, see if there's anything you like. And Lan and Wang Lu sat over, let me see. Shani took out a most expensive necklace, look, how about this one? They were all dominated by pink diamonds, and the diamond in the middle was particularly eye-catching, and it was estimated to be 10 carats. Zhang Yuxi thought it was beautiful, but not suitable for her. The child was so big, it was not appropriate to use pink. So she shook her head. I don't think it's suitable for me. Shani put it on Zhang Yuxi without saying anything. Look, it's beautiful, isn't it? This was said sourly and reluctantly. Because Zhang Yuxi really looked good when she put it on. She really wanted to know Zhang Yuxi's skincare secret. It made her look so young. Zhang Yuxi looked in the mirror and it seemed really good. The clerk at the side was very good at talking. Wow, you have a good taste. It looks really good on you, Mom. Zhang Yuxi asked Lan and Wang Lu for their opinions. And Lan also said it looked good. You look good wearing it, and it makes you look younger. Wang Lu smiled and said, among us, only you can wear it. They all looked older than Zhang Yuxi. And Lan asked Lin Feng for his opinion. Lin Feng thought it was pretty, and Xiao Bao in his arms also said, Mom is super beautiful. Since that was what they said, Zhang Yuxi decided to buy it. Then wrap it up for me. Zhang Yuxi was so straightforward that the clerk and Shani were a little caught off guard. Shani was happy. She thought that Zhang Yuxi must not know the price, so she urged the clerk to wrap it up quickly. It would be interesting to see her expression when she couldn't afford it. Shani said again, buying a necklace is too monotonous. You have to buy earrings, bracelets, and everything else. She recommended a lot of things to Zhang Yuxi, which made her wonder if Shani wanted to get a kickback. Lin Feng came over with Xiao Bao. Zhang Yuxi was struggling to choose which earrings to wear. Xiao Bao, help Mom choose. Only children make choices, so of course they want all of them. Zhang Yuxi listened to Xiao Bao and wanted all of them. As the vice principal, Zhang Yuxi's dress is mainly simple, and it is not suitable for her to wear too many jewelry. At present, the most common things in the house are earrings, simple necklaces, and bracelets. The decorations are undoubtedly mostly brooches and hairpins. Okay, that's it. And Lan and Wang Lu each bought a necklace, one with a royal blue diamond and the other with a purple diamond. In terms of quality, Wang Lu's is better, so the price is naturally more expensive. Shani secretly asked the clerk. Zhang Yuxi's total amount is 6.53 million, and that necklace alone is more than 5 million. She waited on the side to see Zhang Yuxi's embarrassment when she paid. Zhang Yuxi took out a black gold card, swiped the card. Then he pointed at Lan and Wang Lu's, together. Lan and Wang Lu disagreed and took out their own bank cards. Don't listen to her, let's go shopping separately. He said to Zhang Yuxi again, it's too late to support me now. If the friendship between men is to want to be each other's father, then the friendship between women is, wait until she becomes a rich woman to support me. In the past, sisters never distinguished from each other when shopping, thinking that whoever becomes a rich woman in the future will continue to support the other. Shani couldn't keep her smile. She really didn't expect Zhang Yuxi to have the money to buy it. Xiao Bao asked Zhang Yuxi to put on the earrings. Mom is beautiful. I want Mom to be beautiful. Zhang Yuxi changed the earrings. Okay, Mom, put them on now. Do they look good? Xiao Bao wanted Zhang Yuxi to hug him, but was rejected. Just kidding. Don't look at the little guy who is only 1 year old. He is so heavy that she can't hold him. Xiao Bao looked unhappy after refusing. Zhang Yuxi quickly took her over. My goodness, she felt a little heavier. Let's go shopping somewhere else. Shani followed depressedly. Did I make a mistake? In fact, Zhang Yuxi's family is very rich. After walking a few steps, Zhang Yuxi handed Xiao Bao to Lin Feng. And Lan likes shopping, and she has a special preference for bags. Later, when taking care of the baby, there were too many things to carry, such as bottles, diapers, clothes for the child to change, etc. So she simply chose a backpack that is easy to use and affordable. When the child went to elementary school, her bag became a treasure box. Pencils, erasers, exercise books, coats, etc. The bags bought before can still be used, but the styles are too old. In order to save money, just buy 2 bags a year. Since this time shopping is the main purpose, buy more. After shopping, Lan bought 5 bags, Wang Lu bought 1, and Zhang Yuxi didn't buy any. Lan couldn't close her mouth with laughter. I'll buy a few more when I find something suitable. Seeing Zhang Yuxi had nothing in her hands, Yuxi, why don't you buy anything? Zhang Yuxi smiled faintly. I'll just use the ones you discarded. Lan was shocked. Fuck, you're so cruel. Damn, your family is so rich, but you still use second-hand ones. You're really stingy. Boss Lin, don't you feel bad? Zhang Yuxi laughed. You bought so many bags and you definitely won't carry those old ones, so why not give them to me? And Lan's eyes widened. I won't even sell you second-hand ones. The next second, Lan's eyes rolled and she smiled. Just kidding, if you don't mind, you can take them all. After all, the old ones don't go away, the new ones won't come. In this way, I have another reason to buy a bag. Now the family conditions are much better than before, and there is no pressure to buy a bag myself. Zhang Yuxi looked like I knew it would be like this. After so many years of being best friends, Zhang Yuxi still doesn't know her. She doesn't have any requirements for bags, as long as they are of good quality and good style. Chapter 569, Complete Defeat. Coming out of the mall. Several people were holding shopping bags. Shani is now very sure that Zhang Yuxi is really rich. She is not willing to accept it. It is said that a woman's marriage is equivalent to a second rebirth. It's okay that she was not as good as Zhang Yuxi in every way before. Now she finally found a rich man, but he is not as good as her. Not as good looking as her when she was young and well maintained, and her husband is not as handsome as her. Then there are only children left. Her children are so outstanding, I don't believe that even the children can compare. Shani smiled and said, "It's time for dinner, why don't you come to my house?" Zhang Yuxi refused. "Thank you for the invitation, but we won't go." How can Shani agree? Her 3 children are at home today, and they must show off. In the end, after Shani's repeated invitations, Zhang Yuxi agreed. Lin Jiajin and Lin Feng went back to the hotel to put their things. The hotel provides a safe, so it's safe to put things in the safe. Zhang Yuxi and others found a place to have a drink, and then went to Kundong City to find the children after meeting up. And Lan was tired, and Zhang Yuxi didn't want to move while holding Xia Abeo. This girl doesn't want to walk, so I can't carry her all the way. Wang Lu didn't want to move either, so the 3 of them discussed and let the children come by themselves. At this time, several people were wandering around Kundong City. The snacks were high in calories, sweet and greasy, and the lobster meat was cold. After walking for 2 hours and buying some interesting gadgets, they went to a street 1.2 kilometers away. A street that is 400 years old and small in size but in the city center. There are buns, dumplings, hot pot, and skewers. They want to try how these taste and whether they are authentic. Some are unpalatable, and some are super delicious. Several people ate while walking, because they were all family. The boss gave them a lot of portions. While eating, Dabeo found through the mobile phone navigation that there was a public library not far away. It is said that there are more than 15 million books in it, and the children were excited all of a sudden. After discussing, "Let's go." When everyone was reading with relish, Zhang Yuxi called and asked them to come to him. They returned the books reluctantly, looking at the sea of books in front of them, thinking that they would come back to see them next time when they have time. The children arrived almost at the same time as Lin Feng and Lin Feng. During this period, Shani learned from Anlan that Lin Feng's net worth was at least hundreds of billions, but he was just low-key at ordinary times. Shani was shocked for a long time and couldn't recover. Shani's family lived in a 3-story villa, with 5 nannies and their families taking care of their daily lives. The villa was luxuriously decorated, and the nanny took Shani's bag as soon as she entered the door. Shani asked, "Will the husband come back tonight?" He said he had a meeting and would not come back. Shani didn't care. It would be better if he didn't come back. Such an ugly and old husband would only make her lose face. "There are guests coming today, go and prepare for me." She entertained everyone and took them to visit the villa. The layout of the villa is very good. After the visit, Anlan suggested that Zhang Yuxi also buy a house in Boston. I have discussed this with Lin Feng. Let's see if Dabeo wants to live on his own or on campus. If he lives on his own, we will buy a small apartment or rent a house near the school. Not only Dabeo, but the couple also considered this for other children who went to study in other places. Living on campus and living outside have their own advantages. It's up to the children to choose. While entertaining everyone, Shani waited for the children to come home. Soon, her 3 proud children came home. Seeing so many guests at home, the 3 children were very surprised. Shani has 3 sons, all of whom are handsome. The eldest will soon study at Harvard University and is 1 year older than the 4 treasures. The second son is 1 year younger than the 4 treasures. He is a very talented musician and will study at the Berklee School of Music. The youngest is studying in an aristocratic school and his grades are very good. Shani spends all her energy on comparison and the education of her children. These 3 children are also very competitive and make her proud. Seeing Shani show off her 3 children, as a guest, you have to restrain yourself a little. But Lan just couldn't stand Shani's smug look. So she smiled and said, "You and Zhang are really destined to be together. You were alumni in the past, and your children can even be neighbors." Shani didn't understand. "What do you mean?" And Lan smiled and said, "Oh, I didn't tell you, her eldest son is only a sophomore in high school now, and he has been invited by many famous schools, such as Harvard and MIT. But he didn't choose Harvard, but MIT. Alice, if he chose Harvard, he would be an alumnus. What a pity. And her 3rd child has been invited by many well-known music schools such as Berkeley, and he is struggling with where to go. You may know this child of hers, Lin Yuan, but she is a well-known violin master." Shani and her son have heard of this name, and they all looked at Sanbeo in surprise. Her second son's attitude towards Sanbeo is so warm and respectful. "So you are my senior. I was wondering why you looked so familiar." Sanbeo smiled slightly. "Hello, we played together before." With this reminder, the other party remembered. At that time, Sanbeo was playing solo, standing at the front, while he was in the team. Shani pulled the corners of her mouth, and really couldn't laugh anymore. And Lan introduced Erbeo and Sibeo one by one. Shani forced a smile, and didn't know what to say. Her eldest son even asked Abeo to study the topic together, and the second son asked Sanbeo to teach him and give him some advice. Her youngest looked at Erbeo and Sibeo with admiration. She held her forehead with a headache, feeling that she had lost miserably. Shani was so bloated during this meal that she really couldn't smile. After seeing the guests off, the children saw their mother's expression and knew that this blow was not small. It was just right to take this opportunity to enlighten her and tell her not to compare all the time. Compare husbands, family backgrounds, status, sons. Don't compare everything. She's not tired, but they're all tired, okay? In the past, Shani felt that she was always better than the other party in one way. Now, she has lost so thoroughly. The 3 children came over to persuade her for a long time. Shani had a headache and said, "I'm going to sleep for a while." In this case, let her think it over. Chapter 570 Little Weibo Expert. After the trip, everything returned to normal. Now everyone knows that Lin Feng bought a private jet. This is a private jet, which immediately gave the family something to talk about. "Wife, what are you busy with?" After Lin Feng coaxed Xia Abeo, he saw Zhang Yuxi sorting out her jewelry. Since getting married, she has a lot of jewelry. She doesn't use it much and keeps it away. Zhang Yuxi said as she sorted it out. "Aren't Linji and Xiaoyu getting married during the Chinese New Year this year? I thought these are just sitting there, so I picked out a few suitable ones to give to Xiaoyu as wedding gifts." Lin Feng and his brothers have a good relationship, and Linji is also very good to the children. As a sister-in-law, I must give them some great gifts when they get married. When Linji and Xiaoyu get married and settle in Beijing, I think they will only see each other during the holidays. The jewelry she picked out has never been worn. Since we are talking about Linji's marriage, Zhang Yuxi casually asked, "How big a red envelope should we prepare?" Lin Feng did not hide it from her, 6.66 million. Zhang Yuxi had no objection. After all, the more expensive jewelry she bought now cost several million. Speaking of gifts, Zhang Yuxi began to have a headache again. "Doesn't our school's reconstruction need provincial approval recently? I have a meeting in a few days, and we can have a meal together. I think there are some social etiquette that needs to be taken care of. I heard that the other party likes to drink tea. I don't know what to give." Lin Feng remembered that there were still a few cans of Wuxian tea in his space ring. Such treasures will definitely be liked by the other party no matter what kind of tea they like to drink. "Let me prepare this for you." Thank you for your hard work, husband. How do I express it? 3 days later, Lin Feng handed the things to Zhang Yuxi. "Take it, this is Wuxian tea." Zhang Yuxi was surprised. "Where did it come from?" Lin Feng smiled slightly. "Don't worry about this, let's go, you'll be late." Zhang Yuxi came over and kissed her happily. "Thank you, husband." Xia Abeo waved. "Goodbye, Mom." Zhang Yuxi kissed Xia Abeo. "Goodbye, Xia Abeo." Everyone who should leave has left, and now only Lin Feng and Xia Abeo are left at home. Take Xia Abeo to early childhood education classes, and drive with Xia Abeo when he is free. This little guy is in good spirits, no worse than Sabeo at the beginning. At the same time, Xian Abayo also has the skills of Sibeo, and can get along with others wherever he goes. However, Xian Abayo seems to be born with a characteristic of being the center of attention. The children in the early childhood education class are all around her. In terms of beauty, Xian Abayo is really not as beautiful as Sanbeo, who has been a beauty since childhood. He is a little bit inferior to Abayo when he was young, probably because he is chubby. We will talk about it when he grows up. Before we know it, it is the children's turn to take the exam. Without a doubt, Dabao has become the first in the grade with full marks in mathematics, physics and chemistry. They still take the other 3 places. As for the top 4, everyone is numb. They are competing for the 5th place. But this winter is a bit busy, and everything is rushed together. Dabao is going to go abroad to live broadcast on Weibo. As a popular Weibo expert, Dabao now has 13 million fans. And they are all pure fans. Sanbeo is going to participate in a concert and perform on the same stage with the world's top music masters. Only he has such an honor. Sibeo is going to participate in the Winter Games. Only Dabao has free time. 3 countries, 3 places. Raymond Lam is thinking about which child to go with. After the competition is over, I can help plan Lin Ji's wedding. The wedding will be held on Raymond Lam's private island of Nell Island. There is sunshine every day for 360 days, and relatives of both the bride and groom will come. Jo Killen smiled when she learned that Raymond Lam was unable to spare the time. Just take care of your own business. The wedding company will take care of it, and your 2 aunts will help. Just come back for a drink. Raymond Lam discussed with the children that they had a private jet and could stagger their schedules. So, they would go to company Dabao first, then Sanbeo, and finally Sibeo. The schedule was very busy, and there was only 1 week before and after, so they couldn't delay. Fortunately, there was a private jet, so the journey wouldn't be so tiring. After getting off the plane, Dabao was busy with her own work. This was her first time to live broadcast on Weibo. Dabao had already stated the time of this live broadcast on Weibo. While Sanbeo was busy, she was live broadcasting alone in the hotel. It was her first live broadcast, and Dabao had no experience. When it was time, she opened the software. While tidying up the camera a little, she exclaimed, "This beauty filter is too exaggerated. How do I set it up?" So, in everyone's sight, Dabao was seen fiddling with the phone. The key is that the screen has a strange angle, but fortunately Dabao has a good appearance, and the 2 nostrils are also beautiful. After making adjustments, Dabao placed his phone in place. "Excuse me, is there anyone in the live broadcast room? Let me see how many fans there are." There are more than 3.5 million fans watching the live broadcast, and the number is rising sharply. Dabao waved at the camera. "Hello everyone, I'm Lin Tuanchuan, the 2nd child in the family. You can call me second sister." She must be sister. The comment area was full of what? "Second sister is so beautiful, I love you." "Second sister is beautiful, I'm your fan." "Hello second sister," and other very friendly comments. Dabao smiled at the camera. "I have been active on Weibo for a while, and I have gained a lot of cute people who like me. I just wanted to learn from others and do a lucky draw event. Look, this is the opportunity." Dabao took out his notebook and said while flipping through it in front of the camera, "Yesterday I was invited to the brand's celebration banquet, which gave me the opportunity to meet many celebrities. I asked them to sign and write a blessing as a souvenir. For me, this is a rare gift and it means something different. So I want to copy it 100 times and give it to you. As for how to give it, I thought of the live broadcast. And by the way, I can meet you little cuties. This is my first live broadcast, so I'll just chat with you. If you want to ask me anything, you can leave a comment and ask me. If some questions involve personal privacy, I refuse to answer. As for the rest, everyone who understands will understand. Okay, let's get started." There were so many weird questions that Dabao didn't have time to read them all. I noticed that there is a question that is asked the most times, which is, "Are the 4 of us in a relationship?" Haha, no, we are all children. I'm not saying this because I'm worried that mom and dad will see it from the live broadcast. It's because we really don't. Well, can you be my sister-in-law, or my brother's wife, or brother-in-law? Wow, I want to know if the person asking this question is a man or a woman. What do you think about not being as pretty as your sister? No, I'm beautiful too, and I'm the type that's easy to get noticed. Other people have received invitations from famous universities, but you haven't. Will you cry? What's there to cry about? I also have a university I want to go to, and I just need to work hard. Do we still need brothers and sisters? No, we already have 5 children in our family, and mom and dad don't plan to have a third child. Urbeo clapped his hands. Okay, let's draw a lottery now. Type I love you in the comment section, I'll count to 3, and then take a screenshot. Little cuties who take the screenshot will get an autograph book. Okay, I'll start counting. 99, 88, 66, start. Chapter 571, Planning a Wedding. Click, screenshot sound. Urbeo took the other phone and pointed it at the camera and said, "Did you see it? These little cuties will contact me when the time comes." Sanbeo came back from outside and saw Urbeo live streaming. She knew about this, but she didn't expect to run into it, so she quickly leaned against the corner and went into the house. The little cuties in the live streaming room quickly shouted, "Sanbeo, I saw Sanbeo." Urbeo turned her head and saw Sanbeo. "Sanbeo, do you want to say hello to everyone?" Sanbeo knew that Urbeo was running a Weibo account, and fans must protect him. She came over to say hello. "Hi, everyone." The comment area was full of rainbow farts. Urbeo turned around and asked Sanbeo, "Do you want to chat for a while? If you don't want to chat, it's fine, they won't be angry. If they are angry, just ignore them." Audience fans. Sanbeo finally said, "You guys chat, I'll come back to get something and leave soon." Urbeo nodded, "Okay." When Sanbeo left, he still smiled and said goodbye to the camera. When a beauty smiles, nothing matters. Urbeo smiled and said, "Although you are very important to me, in my eyes, family is more important than anything else." Okay, let's continue the lucky draw. After the lucky draw for 100 lucky winners, the live broadcast also came to an end. Urbeo smiled and said, "If I have time in the future, I will live broadcast again. I hope to see you all then." This live broadcast can be said to have made Urbeo completely famous on the internet. The number of fans for the first live broadcast was 20 million. 20 million. And she also made 300,000. Well, this is quite unexpected. She just wanted to give some gifts on the live broadcast, but she didn't expect the little cuties to be so enthusiastic. No wonder when she was chatting with everyone just now, there were gifts flying all over the sky. It turned out that they all cost money. This is Urbeo's first live broadcast, and she didn't expect to make money. After thinking about it, she withdrew the money. Urbeo told this matter when he had lunch with everyone at noon. "Everyone. Urbeo, at first, I was as surprised as you. It was just a live broadcast, and I didn't expect to make money. In my heart, I thought, ha, she has started to make money too." Sanbeo smiled and said, "Second sister is amazing." Dabeo also said, 300,000, so great. Sibeo was not there. Zion Abeo also praised, "Second sister is so awesome." After dinner, Lin Feng talked to Urbeo. "Dad hopes that live broadcasting is happy. Our family is not short of money. Just do what you like. If you don't have enough money, ask Dad." A live broadcast made 300,000 in half an hour. Lin Feng was very worried that such a high return would make Urbeo lose himself. Urbeo understood what Lin Feng meant and assured him, "Dad, don't worry, I know what to do. I won't do anything excessive and I will know how to measure." Lin Feng nodded and smiled with relief. There was a signature in the autograph book, all of which were from the 4 treasures. Urbeo originally wanted to hand this over to someone else, but facing 300,000, she thought she should do it herself. Find a publisher to make it into a book, and then send it out one by one. In the evening, the concert was held as scheduled. Performing with the world's top music bosses, Sanbeo was not afraid at all and still had a full aura. With such a little musical genius at home, the whole family will definitely be influenced by him. Except for the time when Zaya Abeo was naughty and couldn't sit still, he was still very well behaved at other times, sitting in Raymond Lam's arms, playing with a little puppet in his hand. Sanbeo is no longer the child she used to be, and there is still a long way to go in the future of life. Now that she is older, it is time for her to make her own decisions. This time, performing on the same stage with all the big guys must be an affirmation of her strength. Max, one of her teachers, wants her to get to know these big guys more and expand her interpersonal relationships after the performance. She also learns from them and takes her strength to a higher level. After the performance, the family waited outside for more than an hour before Sanbeo came out. It was already 9 o'clock in the evening when they returned to the hotel, and the hotel would deliver dinner to each room. Raymond Lam looked at Xiaobao, who was sleeping like a piglet, and kissed her. Xiaobao, get up. You want to eat. Xiaobao was panting and unwilling. No, I want to sleep. Xiaobao was very grumpy when she woke up. Lin Feng didn't really want to wake her up. Go to sleep. Xiaobao pouted and continued to sleep in a comfortable position. Sanbao and Erbao were in the same room. There were many private messages on Weibo, wanting her to join their team, package her, and tailor-make things for her. Erbao ignored these messages. To run Weibo, you have to keep up with the times. Except for yourself, everyone is a little celebrity. It's good to maintain this account and do publicity in the future. However, Erbao had an idea after making money today. In the evening, I watched a lot of people's live broadcasts. Sanbao came over after taking a bath. Second sister, take a bath. To outsiders, Sanbao is a nice beauty. In fact, at home, Sanbao is very soft and cute. Erbao had an idea, turned around and asked with a smile, what do you think about me starting my own media company? Sanbao asked, live broadcast. Erbao said, I haven't thought about it yet, but I have this idea. But I will definitely not do live broadcasts all the time, maybe I will also sell some of my own designs. Sanbao expressed her full support. Second sister, if you have made up your mind, just go for it. I will support you no matter what you do. If you don't have enough money, I have it here. Erbao hugged her, you are really my good sister. If it is absolutely necessary, I will not ask them for money. I am also a person with savings, okay? With this idea, Erbao thought about what kind of media content to create. She really knows nothing about this. However, she will learn slowly and explore slowly when the time comes to see if she can find a team or something. After a night's rest, they will take off in the middle of the night to meet up with Sabao. After Sabao finishes his senior year of high school, he will join the national team. If Sabao skips a grade, it is also possible. It depends entirely on his choice. In the middle of the night, they came to the hotel front desk to check out. On the other side, Lin Deshan and his wife were arranging Lin Ji's wedding. The wedding was originally scheduled for Michen. Lin Feng suddenly remembered that he had a private island. He simply used it to hold the wedding. When the guests left, this place would be their honeymoon trip. The luxury of this small island was jaw-dropping. People who like to stay at home would never get tired of it. In order to prepare for the wedding, Lin Ji and Wen Xiaoi returned to Micheng first. The wedding companies were the best in Micheng. They were busy going abroad to take wedding photos, choosing meals on private islands, etc. To be honest, Joe Killen and others really didn't help much. Let the young people take care of the wedding themselves, and I'll go to clean up the wedding room. After the wedding was decided, Lin Ji's house was not rented out, but renovated into a new house. The decoration style was designed by the decoration company, and Lin Deshan and his wife played the role of supervisors. It took half a year to decorate and another half a year to get rid of the smell. Lin Ji and his wife took over the furniture, and Lin Deshan and his wife watched the workers install it. Now she must decorate this wedding room to be prosperous and festive. Chapter 572. This man is too handsome. Days passed by. The wedding was scheduled before the new year. If it was scheduled in the middle of the year, many relatives of the bride's family would be busy. The day before the wedding, Lin Feng's family flew to the private island. Fortunately, the private island has a helipad. 3. When they arrived, it was morning, just in time for breakfast. After getting off the plane, several people threw away their winter equipment and changed into summer clothes. The wedding scene was decorated and looked very beautiful. You are back. Joe Killen went out and saw her eldest son's family. Have you had breakfast? I just made porridge. The private island has a housekeeper and servants. But Joe Killen is not used to it. If she can do some things by herself, she still does it by herself. Lin Deshan has had some stomach problems in the past 2 years and needs to be taken care of. Joe Killen has to make porridge for him every morning. She knew that Lin Feng's family would be back this morning, so she made more porridge on purpose, waiting for them so early. She took Xiaobao from Lin Feng's hands. Oh my, why is my little baby so thin? Come, call grandma. Xiaobao called grandma obediently, which made Joe Killen very happy. Let's go, grandma will feed Xiaobao. Erbao came over. Grandma, don't you miss me? Joe Killen smiled quickly. Who said that? You guys are all grandma's babies. Urbeo said with a smile, then I am the big baby. Joe Killen's eyes became slits with laughter. Yes, you are the big baby. Urbeo is the little baby. Urbeo likes to act like a spoiled child the most, acting like a spoiled child to his parents, to his grandparents, and to his grandparents. Lin Dashin also woke up, and was very happy to see his grandchildren. Here you are. How did Sibeo do in the competition this time? Sibeo patted his chest. It's definitely a gold medal, there's no suspense. Lin Dashin nodded repeatedly. Not bad, not bad. Now in Micheng, there is no family in the upper class who doesn't know their Lin family. The two sons are promising, and the grandchildren are also better than the father. At his age, he is very satisfied to see that his grandchildren are promising. No need to think about himself, no need to think about future generations. Perfect. Lin Dashin and his wife agreed to take good care of themselves and try to see the birth of the newborn. While eating, Lin Feng talked to Lin Dashin about the wedding. The bride's family is all here, and the accommodation is full, just in time. Joe Killen was feeding Urbeo on the side. You are tired these days, go to sleep after eating. I'll call you at noon. Several children said they didn't want to sleep, they had slept enough on the plane, and they were in high spirits now. On the other side, when Urbeo lived in the same room with her besties, and she was also her bridesmaid. After they arrived on the island, the sisters chatted for half the night. They all envied their besties for marrying well, although Lin Ji couldn't compare with his brother. But it's good to have such an awesome direct relative as a family. Besides, Lin Ji is good looking and capable, and his company has grown rapidly after a few years of entrepreneurship. I believe that in time, there will be good results in the future. I was actually quite surprised. Lin Ji never mentioned his family to me. He just said that his family was average. Best friend A nodded. You told us that Lin Ji rented a house by himself and had a hard time. That's right. That's why I never doubted his words. Maybe in his eyes, his family is really average. Best friend B smiled and said, if you didn't insist and followed the ideas of your uncle and aunt, maybe you wouldn't have had a chance to be together. That's right. But I'm smart. I know that Lin Ji is a good person with good quality and potential. This relationship started when Urbeo took the initiative to pursue Lin Ji. Lin Ji was studying at Peking University, with excellent academic performance, good looks and personality, and many girls from good families also pursued him. He rejected them all. When Urbeo didn't meet Lin Ji's expectations in terms of appearance and temperament. The reason why he succeeded was that when Urbeo persisted and moved Lin Ji with her true feelings. Lin Ji was thinking at the beginning. If his family didn't agree, then forget about this relationship. Anyway, when Urbio's parents didn't like her very much, so it was good to separate. After chatting all night, it was almost noon when they got up. One of them went out and came back. I heard that Lin Ji's brother's back. This mysterious brother who was said to be rich and handsome finally showed up. They wanted to see who he was and how handsome he was. Let's go and see. Let's go. But it was not good to go rashly like this, so several people pulled Urbeo up. With the four treasures, the children of Lin Jiajin, Lin Rui, Zheng Anmin and Lan, Urbeo didn't need Lin Feng and his wife to take care of him. And Zhang Yuxi went to do beauty spa with Wang Lu, Sun Ro, Su Kiki and others. Lin Feng had to play with their husbands and play mahjong. While playing, Lin Feng said, why play mahjong? Isn't it good to play cards? I don't know who lost the most last time. What cards are you playing? You can count cards. What's the point of playing? That's right, where do we have the money to waste with a big guy like you? Playing mahjong is easy. That's right, let me see how you count cards. Lin Feng smiled. He is really not very good at playing mahjong. Winning money is not the purpose, but just for fun. When Urbeo and her bestie heard the noise and found Lin Feng, there were men over there, not only Lin Feng's mahjong table, but also Lin Dashin, Lin Dahu, Lin Dan and others. So, they had to watch from a distance. It was not convenient to get close to see. Is it the handsome man who looks good when he smiles? Compared with these fat middle-aged men, Lin Feng is simply outstanding, and there is no need to guess. When Urbeo nodded, that's him. Her future big brother. Several besties were dumbfounded. This man is too handsome. Not only handsome, but also rich. Damn, they are both involved. When Urbeo asked them to stop, you are all crazy about him. He is my future big brother, you know. The girlfriends laughed. We know this. We won't do anything wrong, don't worry. That's right, such a handsome man. Why don't we take a look? Why, are you afraid that one of us will become your sister-in-law? When Xiao didn't mean to joke about such a joke. What are you dreaming of? You want to be my sister-in-law? Look at how beautiful my sister-in-law is. Haha. As far as I know, they have a very good relationship. I have never heard of what my brother did in all these years. Besides, his main job is to take care of the children at home, from the fourth child to the youngest child. Haha, you. After hearing this, the girlfriends became even more jealous. Damn, it turns out that good men are not related to them. So angry. When Xiao waved her hand to let them go, let's go, let's do what we should do. Tell me how much gift you plan to give me. Chapter 573 A $1 Million Gift. Here. Lin Ji and his 4 brothers are having their last bachelor party in a corner. Chen Miao used to be a little fat boy, but now he has a good figure after exercising. Among the 4, except for Lin Ji, Chen Miao is the second one to have a girlfriend. The others are still single. Chen Miao's girlfriend is not his own, but the daughter of his father's partner, who is a top student. She studied abroad and worked as a CEO of a foreign media company. Both of them were forced to talk and give it a try because of family reasons. There were many people pursuing Chen Miao, and the woman had a rich man who was pursuing her. In this case, the two people talked more and more speculatively. After returning home, the two met and decided to get together. In the end, the woman decided to quit her high-paying job and return to Beijing to join their company. Now, the woman is the CEO of the company and a professional strong woman. Together with Chen Miao, the two are strong women and weak men, but they enjoy it. The two people have discussed that after Lin Ji gets married, they will start the wedding. Lin Ji, you had a good time with us brothers in the end. It won't be that easy to play again later. Lin Ji said with a smile, you are definitely not talking about me. I won't be like that after I get married. In his relationship with Wen Xiaoya, he has the upper hand, and Wen Xiaoya is not that kind of strong woman. Chen Miao knew they were talking about her and pretended not to understand. You two single dogs don't understand. You will know when you have a girlfriend. When Xiaoya's girlfriends discussed going to a spa to relax, otherwise their faces would be swollen when they woke up in the middle of the night. As soon as they went in, Zhang Yuxi and others came out. The two groups of people just met. Xiaoya, are these your friends? Yes, sister-in-law, they are all good friends of mine. Zhang Yuxi nodded at them. Are you going to have a spa? Then go quickly. When Xiaoya waved, goodbye, sister-in-law. After Zhang Yuxi and others left, the girlfriends were all shocked. Oh my god, she's so pretty. She's already in her 2nd year of high school, but she still looks so young. That's right, she's got such a great temperament. When Xiaoya laughed, you haven't seen their children yet, they're so pretty. As a sister-in-law, Zhang Yuxi naturally had to get up in the middle of the night to help. The wedding company team had already started putting makeup on Wen Xiaoya and her bride team, and the groom's team was also busy. With so many people helping, Zhang Yuxi basically didn't need to help. So she went back to take a nap, and after getting up, the family packed up and went to the wedding. Zhang Yuxi couldn't help but sigh about her wedding with Lin Feng, and the scene when she first met Lin Ji. He was so young at that time, but now he's married. There was a guest registration at the wedding, and after registration, they walked into the wedding scene. The wedding scene was decorated very dreamily and beautifully. The flower girl was Xiaobao. She was dressed like a little princess, holding a small flower basket in her hand, and scattering flowers as she walked. Sanbao played the wedding march, and the melodious violin sounded and dissipated with the wind. The wedding went very smoothly. At the end, Lin Ji was out entertaining guests, and Wen Xiaoya drank a lot of wine. Now she went back to her room to rest. Mother Wen smiled, how do you feel? Wen Xiaoya rubbed her head, still a little uncomfortable. Today is her big day, and she was afraid that she would lose her composure, so she went back to her room to rest. Seeing that her daughter was fine, Mother Wen couldn't help but look at the gifts beside her. She walked over and closed the door. Let me see what they gave. When Xiaoya frowned, Mom, the wedding is not over yet, let's take a look later. Mother Wen thought for a while, okay, if you don't want to take a look, then don't take a look. Tell me later how much our relatives over there have given, and I will return them when their children get married. When Xiaoya nodded, I know. I will register these gifts tonight and show them to you tomorrow. At night, when Xiaoya and Lin Ji lay on the bed, exhausted. Although they were tired, they couldn't say it on the big day. The two smiled at each other, and there was sweetness in each other's eyes. When Xiaoya was thinking about something and got up to organize the gifts, Lin Ji also came to help. Lin Ji said, when Xiaoya will remember it. Most of the gifts from the women's side are 20,000 yuan. Those who are close to them also gave a pair of gold bracelets or a pair of jade bracelets. When Xiaoya's parents gave a house of more than 90 square meters in Beijing, plus 280,000 yuan, and small gold pieces of the 12 zodiac signs. On Lin Ji's side, several good friends got together and gave 99,000 yuan, which means long-lasting. Zhang Anman gave a conventional gift of 50,000 yuan. And Lan gave 80,000 yuan. Lin Dahu gave 20,000 yuan, and Lin Dan also gave 20,000 yuan. Lin Rui and Lin Jiajin gave 60,000 yuan each. Yu Zheng and Sun Rose family also gave 60,000 yuan, and the same amount was given to their peers. When Xiaoya was stunned for a moment, this is a gift from the four treasures. Lin Ji laughed, look at what they gave. When Xiaoya opened it and saw a check, 500,000 yuan. Does this mean everyone gave 100,000 yuan? When Xiaoya was a little surprised, should I return it? They are all children, and it is reasonable not to accept their money. Lin Ji thought for a while, keep it, this is all their kindness. Besides, they are richer than you think. Each of them is worth 1 million. When Xiaoya took a breath, then I'll keep it. Keep it. Lin Dashan and his wife prepared 880,000 yuan for the second boy, plus a house in Micheng. This surprised Lin Ji. He didn't expect his parents to give so much. In Lin Feng's red envelope, there was a check for 6.66 million yuan and a villa. Zhang Yuxi didn't give a red envelope, but a few beautiful jewelry. So, they received nearly 10 million yuan in gifts for this wedding, plus 2 houses and a villa. And some other things. When Xiaoya was shocked. She expected that Lin Feng, as a brother, would give at most 1 or 2 million yuan. She didn't expect him to give so much. Looking at the jewelry Zhang Yuxi gave, it also looked valuable and worth a lot of money. Like Xiaoya, Lin Ji did not expect Lin Feng to give 6.66 million. After a moment of silence, Lin Ji said, take it. He would remember the kindness of his elder brother and his family. After playing here for a few days, everyone left to give the newlyweds some private space. The next day, Lin Ji found Lin Feng and said, brother, you gave too much? Lin Feng did not think he gave too much. You are my only brother. How can I not show some appreciation for such a big thing as getting married? Lin Ji also said that the four treasures also gave 500,000. Lin Feng was quite surprised because the four treasures had not mentioned this to him. Take it, it's all the kindness of your nephews and nieces. Lin Ji was so moved that he didn't know what to say. Lin Feng patted his shoulder and said, live a good life with Xiaoya. Don't neglect your family while you are busy with your career. Yes, brother. On this side, when Xiaoya went to thank Zhang Yuxi. Sister-in-law, the jewelry you gave me is very beautiful. I like it very much. Thank you, sister-in-law. Zhang Yuxi smiled slightly. I'm glad you like it. I'm just afraid you don't like it. When Xiaoya said sweetly, sister-in-law, I'm sorry to have cost you money. We are all family. It's too polite to say these things. I don't expect anything else. I just hope that you and Lin Ji can live a good life. Zhang Yuxi continued, Lin Ji is a good kid, but he is not very considerate to girls. You should be more tolerant of him. After a man gets married, the couple spends a long time together, and Lin Ji will definitely change. When Xiaoya understood what Zhang Yuxi meant, sister-in-law, I know what to do. Zhang Yuxi smiled, yes. On the way back, I met Wen's mother. Where did you go? I went to thank my sister-in-law. Wen's mother is not a materialistic person, but as a parent, she always has selfish motives when facing her children. She hopes that her children will live well. Let me see your list. Taking the list, Wen's mother took a general look and was surprised. So much? I will give 280,000 yuan, plus a house. Lin Ji's parents gave more than 600,000 yuan, which was also a house. What surprised Wen's mother even more was Lin Feng's 6.66 million yuan. He was a rich man. Okay, I'll remember it. I'll give them 25,000 yuan later. You two can discuss how to use this money. Anyway, we have houses in Beijing, Micheng, and Yangchang. Apart from food and clothing, It's nothing more than money for the company. After a pause, you should also save some private money. How can a woman not have private money? When Xiaoyu remembered it. The next day, the guests left one after another. In the end, only the newlyweds were left. The two will go on their honeymoon trip on the island. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 574, Opening a Media Company. Back to Yangchang. The four children were busy with their own things, and Erbeo found Lin Feng. Dad, I want to tell you something. Lin Feng was charging Erbeo's electric car. What is it? Erbeo said with a smile. It's like this. I want to start a media company. What do you think? Just make some short videos, or live broadcasts, broadcast some interesting things. Lin Feng has always been brave enough to try when it comes to educating his children. He supports everything that is good. He is not a person who sticks to the old ways, and knows that making short videos and live broadcasts is quite profitable now. Take Erbeo's live broadcast last time for example. He made 300,000 in half an hour, and the money came too quickly. If Erbeo wants to get involved in this field, he will definitely support it and supervise it at the same time. Sure, I think it's great. How about Daddy also invest in the shares? Erbeo smiled. Sure, the company registration fee is 500,000, and you and your brother and sister can each pay 100,000. Lin Feng said with a smile. No problem, I'll find a lawyer later and you can handle the registration of the company. Erbeo looked happy. Okay, this matter is settled, but since I'm starting my own company, I, as the boss, have to do everything myself. Lin Feng laughed. Okay, our CEO Lin will do it himself. Erbeo waved his hands. I don't dare to be CEO Lin, I'm going to get busy first. Okay, I'll go find someone for you now. In the evening, Erbeo began to hold a meeting and proposed to start his own company. Erbeo and others did not object, and it was no problem for each person to pay 100,000. What they were curious about was making video content. After all, whether short videos make money depends mainly on the content. What if you lose all the fans you have managed on Weibo if you are not careful? Erbeo said, this is the only way I can do, and I hope all shareholders can lend a hand when the time comes. Seeing Erbeo leave happily, everyone was sincerely happy for her. Among the four people, Erbeo was the only one who did not receive invitations from other universities, and they felt quite angry. Erbeo is also very capable, and her academic performance has never been lower than the top 4 in the whole grade. Although Erbeo smiled all day and said that he didn't mind at all. But they were still a little worried. Anyway, as long as Erbeo is happy, they can do whatever they want. Erbeo has been busy with company affairs these days and has not returned until the evening for several days. Company registration, company name, and company logo all need to be resolved. The company name was chosen after several people discussed and voted, and of course the logo design was left to Erbeo himself. Sanbeo was stunned. We need BGM. Erbeo raised his eyebrows. Of course, haven't you heard it? Our company needs its own BGM. But there's no rush. Whenever Sanbeo has an idea, we can use the same one. However, the soundtracks for short videos will be left to you in the future, and I'll leave the editing to you. Sanbeo said no problem. With the interest in short videos, the soundtracks have also become popular, but it's the same over and over again, and I'm really tired of listening to them. A week later, the company was finally finalized. Erbeo said on Weibo, tonight at 8 o'clock in the live broadcast room, there will be a big announcement, see you there. Since the company has been established, it must not be sloppy on camera, right? Erbeo also tidied herself up a little, and Lin Feng even specially cleaned up the room for her as her temporary company. Lin Feng's current position is financial director in logistics. Erbeo talked about starting a company in the class group, hoping that classmates would support it. Damn, look at this comparison. I just want to ask you if it's infuriating? They are still busy doing their winter vacation homework and attending cram schools. Others have already started companies. Class monitor, have you finished your winter vacation homework? Erbeo replied, I finished it a long time ago, keep going. Other classmates. It's really crazy. However, they have gotten used to it. They will never reach the level of academic God on their lifetime. At 8 o'clock in the evening, Urbeo opened the live broadcast room on time. This time, the number of viewers was even higher than last time. In less than 10 minutes, there were already 2,000 people. Urbeo sat upright. Okay, I'm going to start announcing something big. Starting today, I plan to shoot some short videos or do some live broadcasts. Because I'm only a sophomore in high school now, and I'll be a senior next year, and my schoolwork is heavy, so there won't be many updates. I've thought about the content of the live broadcast, but I haven't thought about the content of the short video yet. I hope everyone will support me when the time comes. The comment area was full of support, and fans gave gifts. Urbeo put away his laughing face. As everyone knows, it's vacation time now, so I'm free. I will continue live streaming these few days. Why continue live streaming? Because I have a big family. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, my eldest brother will live stream the 3 courses of senior high school mathematics, physics, and chemistry for you. Someone asked me in the comments if I could teach sophomores. Yes, he has already finished learning. As for my eldest brother, he is the top student in our school and got full marks in these 3 courses. After the Chinese New Year, he will go to MIT to study. At the same time, his paper has been published in Science. He is the best in science among the 5 of us. The college entrance examination will be held in a few months. Friends who want to learn knowledge can watch the live broadcast. If there's anything you don't know and want to focus on studying, you can write to my WeChat account, and we will summarize and select the questions. I saw someone asked, is there anyone who speaks English? That's right, that's our Sanbeo sister. Sanbeo sister, in terms of learning, is second only to brother Dabeo, and is also a top student. Okay, that's all for the live broadcast today. See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. After turning off the live broadcast, Urbeo stretched and went to find Dabeo. Dabeo had no objection. Okay. Urbeo lay on the table with a smile. It will be hard for you, big brother. I will bring all the questions in the comment area to you later. How about it? Dabeo had no objection and nodded. Of course I can, but this is my first time, so I may not do well. Urbeo didn't care. No problem, just treat it as a lecture on the stage. Don't worry about anything else. I'm here. You can decide the lecture time yourself. At least 45 minutes is necessary. After the live broadcast is over, you can check the comments. If there is anything you can say, also mention it by the way. Dabeo understands. In another room, Zhang Yuxi was also watching Urbeo in the live broadcast room. This Urbeo is really amazing. She knows how to use the resources at home. Lin Feng smiled slightly. She has always been smart, but she just didn't get the opportunity. Chapter 575. Sure enough, it is someone else's child. The next night at 8 o'clock. The live broadcast location is in Dabeo's laboratory, with a whole wall of whiteboard at the back. Dabeo is a little uncomfortable with his first live broadcast. Hello everyone, I am Lin Feng. The next question I will talk about is collected from the comment area. First, let's look at this question first. In order to achieve a better live broadcast effect, Urbeo bought the best equipment. If you don't understand something during the lecture, you can ask in the comment area. I will reply when I see it. If I don't see it, I will post it in the comment area. This is my first lecture. I hope you will forgive me if I don't speak well. Today we are talking about a big math question. This question contains many major knowledge points, which is very effective when we talk about it. It was agreed that the live broadcast would last for 45 minutes, but Dabeo spoke for an hour and a half. At the end, Dabeo smiled slightly. I hope my course can help you. Please support me. There may be another live broadcast tomorrow night. I will notify you separately when the time comes. After Dabeo left, Urbeo came over with a smile to summarize. Okay, today's lecture is over. Did you all understand? The comments area was full of, Big brother, we still want to listen. The crazy output made Urbeo overwhelmed. My elder brother has talked so much. People always need to take a break. It's already 9:30 now. Don't you have homework to do? Oh, you still have homework to do. Then do it well. Add more shows? Well, it's not impossible. I'll go back and discuss it with them. During the holidays, we will broadcast live at 8 o'clock every night. As for the content of the live broadcast, it's nothing more than English, mathematics, physics, chemistry and so on. After the live broadcast, we can also share some study habits and personal tips. In short, see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. If there is an extra show, I will notify you on Weibo. The live broadcast ended. Bao was shocked when he saw it. Oh my god, are they so rich now? 350,000? And all this money was spent when Bao came after the live broadcast. Bao happily went to discuss with them whether they were willing to add more shows. One live broadcast in the morning and one in the evening. There are many people in the family, and they are all academic masters. Anyway, they are free. Moreover, the college entrance examination is in June, and the friends who watch the live broadcast are very anxious. They will try to make up as much as they can. Bao said he had no objection. Anyway, he spends most of his time at home doing experiments, and it won't delay anything to take out an hour and a half to give a lecture. Bao just has a few performances, which is not a big problem. Bao said that he can't do it. He can teach physical education himself, and they will do everything else. Except for Bao, the others have finished their senior year courses. Unlike Bao's choice, Bao and Lin Feng and Zhang Yuxi have discussed that they will not go to senior year in September this year and will report directly. As for the school, it has been selected. Bao and Bao will make a choice after they get high scores in the exam. This is something that the whole family has discussed. Bao decided that while Bao is still at home, he must make good use of such talents. Big brother. Big brother Bao turned his head to look at Bao, and after a moment of silence said, "Second sister, just say whatever you want to say." Bao chuckled, "Big brother, how about you also do a live broadcast for me in the morning?" Bao didn't object directly, he just said, "You guys are not bad either, you don't have to find me." Bao immediately flattered him, "Who said that? You are the science genius among the four of us, who else should we find if not you? Although several of us have learned the senior high school courses, we are far inferior to you. You see, you have worked hard this month. How about this, I will do your housework for you in the future." Bao actually had no objection, "Okay." Bao was touched, "Big brother, you are so nice, I love you so much." Bao smiled, "You're welcome. How about you do another live broadcast class tomorrow morning, and live broadcast your third sister teaching English in the evening?" Bao had no objection, "Okay, go back and make a schedule." Bao chuckled, "No problem, sure. This winter vacation, I want to start my own business, ha 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 ha." Bao hummed a little tune and walked out of the room, and met Lin Feng. "Dad." Lin Feng saw that she was so happy, "What are you laughing at?" Bao said to Lin Feng. Lin Feng was also happy for his daughter, "That's good, keep it up." Bao was even happier when she heard it. "Dad, I won't talk to you anymore, I'm busy. Go ahead." The first batch of friends who watched the live broadcast felt that listening to your words was better than reading for 10 years. After taking Bao's lesson, I felt that I benefited a lot. The knowledge points that I didn't understand before suddenly became clear. Some watch the live broadcast alone. Some watch the live broadcast with the right parents. Looking at Bao, who is about the same age as their own children in the video, the parents seriously suspected that the other party was misleading their children. He is a real big shot, okay? He has been invited by 7 or 8 top universities in the world, and he got full marks in science. The parents were surprised to hear their children say this. Is it true? So amazing. The child raised his chin. Of course it is true, why would I lie to you? And he has published an article in Science. Besides, if he doesn't teach well, how can more than 30 million people watch it? Impossible. The parents said with emotion, "Oh, it's really someone else's child." The child was speechless. "I hope there will be extra classes. Listening to his class really benefits me a lot." The parent heard, "Okay, I will follow her Weibo and tell you as soon as there is news." In less than 3 minutes, the parent came over with a mobile phone. "Here I am, tomorrow morning at 8:40, chemistry." The child heard, "Yeah, that's great." Bao's Weibo fans increased from more than 10 million at the beginning to more than 50 million. The comments below are all urging her to live broadcast, or posting questions. Some people post questions, and some people solve them below, which is quite joyful. Bao posts on Weibo. Tomorrow morning at 8:40, chemistry. 8 p.m. English. See you then. Bao and Sanbao are both people who like to sleep in. Bao and Sabao are very self-disciplined. After getting up at 7 o'clock and finishing his work, Dabao looked at the time and it was only a little after 8 o'clock. At this time, Urbao was still sleeping, so he simply adjusted the equipment himself. Many people were waiting in the live broadcast room early in the morning. When Dabao was adjusting, he could see someone leaving a message in the comment area. Wait a minute, everyone. This is my first time to do this. I don't know how to do it. Since he was talking about chemistry today, he must be inseparable from doing experiments, so the camera was aimed at a corner of his office. Even so, after a few shots, the audience could already see the whole picture of the laboratory. After adjusting, Dabao began to organize the content of today's lecture and the experimental tools. At 8:40, the live broadcast room had as many as 50 million people watching. Dabao introduced himself today. For the sake of convenience and intuitiveness, I will point the camera at the experiment. I hope you can pay attention. Okay, now we officially start the class. I will slowly reduce the time. Please take notes. From 8:40 in the morning, he spoke directly to 11:40, a full 3 hours. It can be said that he is very dedicated. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.